Hey, welcome in, Outlaws. Hey, it's KGB from the C Sports Network, Clan HBS channel, baby. That's right. Football is here. Tonight will be the kickoff to the preseason. We'll have the we'll have the Texans taking on the Chicago Bears for the Hall of Fame game. As always, we go 20 minutes live early. Still getting things set up here. What's up, everybody? Hey, David, what's up, my friend? One shot, welcome in. Start time 7 p.m. Central there, buddy. Now, getting there, I may have to take a little bit of time. Like, I'll get the sound and everything working, but it's the first game, so there might be some adjusting for the interactives and whatnot. So, but we'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. We always do. We always do. Wants to make me watch it on my app, on a phone. Who wants to watch it on a phone? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'll tell you, I can say one thing. I am not super happy with how the NFL stuff works. Um, like having to have ESPN to watch a game when you bought. I see. I'll get the year subscription, but I just for the preseason I went ahead and got a monthly subscription for it. It was $16.02, and I can't even watch the game because it's on ESPN. So if I want another, it's it's, it's crazy. Plus, I've already bought the subscription, but it tells me I have it and says I have to subscribe. And I'll tell you, they don't have the greatest system. Last year, Mav and I had all sorts of different issues with it. Unfortunately. All right, so like I said, yeah, that's kind of what I thought we're going to have issue with. That really isn't no big deal to get working. Remember, I'm not able to see your chat right now. Still getting a few things set up. All right. So now should have enough time. I should be able to go to the back end. Pop our chat out. Add some little pop chat. All right, so I know you heard a little bit of it. I was a little, like I said, I was a little disappointed. I ended up having to get a ESPN Plus subscription today too. All right, so all right, one last thing here. Yeah, well, like I said, we'll have to see how it runs. We'll just cover it up for right this second. We still have about 9 minutes. 9 minutes before we go live. So glad some of you guys decided to come hang out and check out the football stream. Certainly appreciate it. All right, let me get the chat up so I can see you guys. 2-0. All right. Go Braves. Now I'm going to take the time here. Uh, to head on over to Silos, drop them a like and whatnot. I see Dixon is streaming today.
home here in Atlanta.
Yeah, that was a line drive too.
That's who we got. I'm gonna go with CeeLo streaming the Braves game. Looks like the Braves are up 3-0.
Jason says the Mets are coming for you, CeeLo. Make sure you check out my man Clan. He does Braves as well.
Home crowd like that. I'm sure he had to leave a bunch of tickets, which is never easy. You probably have a zillion people texting.
Certainly appreciate that. Shout out there, Mr. CeeLo.
Come on. I have to read.
All right, so now we're going to go on over. We're going to drop in and say hey to Larry over there at the Dixon Way. Real quick, while we got 4 or 6 minutes until the ball game's supposed to be. Pop on in there.
Let's go.
Turning live.
Exactly. We need to get the hype man Heredia back. Well, get him from Japan. Tell him we need him back. Blooper move over. He was the mascot that year. A dang old good one, too. Lisa, #1. Miss Pam said 1. Mike Brown said 1. What up, Clan? I see you, fam. Welcome back to the stream. It's sounded for you. You guys make sure you guys check out Clan HBS. Doing some live commentary. Also, the Braves. Have his red jersey and the red fedora. You know it's Clan. Appreciate you coming through. I ain't streaming. I watching. You should, too.
I appreciate it, buddy. Certainly appreciate it.
Pablo Sandoval, no, we really need it. I mean, we can't get Jock back now, but I really wanted Jock. We need the pearls back here. That would have made it complete. Here's one of the bits. Soler led off, Miss Pam.
All right, so we dropped our likes. That's on the go with CeeLo, guys and gals. Because I'm on the NFL stream, I do not have the buttons done for that. Do not have the buttons done for that. Looks like the interactive is still down a little bit. Hey, George. Hey, Matthew. What's up, guys? Appreciate you guys stopping in. Absolutely. Still waiting for the game. Three minutes until game time, or scheduled game time, that is. Football is here. Can't wait. Oh, the mess up of them. Yeah. I think I could actually do a little fixing to that real quick. As I said in the beginning of the game, I will get you the sound going. We'll be able to listen to that, and then I will on the fly adjust the interactive screen. and stuff to get it fitting in there. Like I said, it's the first game. Things tend to change in the website layouts, every year or so, a little bit here or there. But nothing we can't handle. Nothing we can't handle. So. Looking a little better already. Well, that's just the soft adjust until the interactive actually goes live. Now it doesn't look so awkward. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Should have had that up already. Now, the interactives will get better as the season goes on for this season. Like I said, learning more like I have makes a big difference. All right, well, Super Chat wasn't supposed to be on there. There we go. Here we go, baby.
Linebacker and key member of the Orange Crush defense of the 1970s and 80s. He helped Broncos to their very first AFC championship in 1977. Randy Gradishar. NFL record holder for the most all-time return and punt return touchdowns. And the only player to run the opening kickoff of a Super Bowl into the end zone from the Chicago Bears, Devin
Hester, baby. Those were the days, guys. I'll tell you. That man was a beast.
And receiving yards during his 12 seasons with the Houston Texans. He notched more than 14,000 career receiving yards over 14 seasons. Andre Johnson. Steve McMichael played 13 seasons as a defensive tackle for the Chicago Bears, helping the team to a Super Bowl 20 championship. Unable to join us in Canton today, Steve is represented by his wife, Miss Steve McMichael.
Steve McMichael's, guys, inducted to the Hall of Fame.
NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year to start his 17 seasons with the Carolina Panthers, Chicago Bears, and the Green Bay Packers. A member of the NFL's all-decade teams of the 2000s and 2010s, Julius Peppers. And this linebacker was named to the Pro Bowl 7 times during his 8 seasons with the San Francisco 49ers.
Julius Peppers inducted.
NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year and member of the league's 2010s All-Decade Team, Patrick Willis. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinement class of 2024.
I'm not sure there, Matthew. Sorry, I just seen your text. Hey there, Kenneth. How you doing?
It is the
Matthew, I'm not sure.
Weekend here in Canton, Ohio.
Well, Williams won't be playing for the Bears, so I doubt if there'll be any starters really.
Hey guys,
that's right, some football.
A sports book from your favorite sports brand. Now you can take in all this ESPN content.
Here we go, baby. That's interactive still ain't live. We might not even get an interactive. It's hard to say. It being preseason, the interactives might not be up. Something here. There we go. Now the sound is all caught up. That's pretty good. She already done with that. We'll go ahead and turn that off until it's time. That dude. So the last I looked, everybody, the Braves were up 3-0 over the Miami Marlins.
Fame gallery where the busts reside, including the bust of my longtime partner,
Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio.
Troy Aikman, glad to have you with us tonight, and it's been 18 years since you had your big weekend here in Canton. What's it like for the guys who were just introduced on the field tonight?
Well, this is an amazing weekend. That goes without saying. It started several months ago when they got the knock on their door, but as big of a weekend as this is for the inductees, it's just as big for all those people who played a role in their careers, their moms and dads, their brothers and sisters.
I guess he's got some other things going on.
This is a special weekend for so many people. They're in for the time of their life.
All right, let's talk about the game we're going to.
Oh, you know, I might not even be on Discord.
The Chicago Bears, who in 2024 are going to try to be what the Houston Texans were last year in 2023. That is win and get into the postseason with a rookie quarterback. There's a lot of excitement for these two teams coming up this year, you have to figure. There's also a lot of excitement with a change in the kickoff rule, which is entirely different than any of us have seen in the NFL. Teams kick off from the 35. The 10 players in the kicking team start at the opponent's 40. At least 9 receiving team players must be in the setup zone between their own 30 and 35. Play begins when the ball's touched or hits the ground in the end zone or landing zone, the area between the receiving team's goal line and the 20. Touchbacks that land in the end zone are brought out to the 30. Touchbacks that roll into the end zone from the landing zone are brought out to the 20. You got all that?
No.
We're going to hang on for dear life tonight, but man, is it going to be fun to watch this unfold.
There.
It's going to be fantastic. We've never spent so much time talking to special teams coordinators.
Canton was just asking about you, and I was like, I don't know.
Throughout the season.
And then I remembered I wasn't even in
to see what's going to happen
Discord.
tonight as we are, in that there's a lot of unknowns, and we're going to go through the preseason and see what this might look like, but it's going to be a unique, dynamic play for sure.
Yep, that is going to start here tonight, and there are people watching from all over the league to see what it looks like. You've been watching the Progressive Kickoff. It's the Bears and Texans preseason game.
Hey, thank you so much for those likes, guys and gals. Game hasn't even started. We're already at 12 likes. You guys are awesome.
This whole concert?
Thank you, everybody that's hit that button for us. Looks like we should have kickoff here, guys, in the next, as soon as they come back from, as soon as they come back off commercial. Looks like you have to use the VPN. Even though I bought the month subscription, it's on ESPN, so can't watch it through the NFL.com site. But it's pretty good. Boy, I'm telling you, they might not have an interactive up and running because it is preseason. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put there. No, I would think they would, though. What about that, football fans? If you're a gamer out there, we have NCAA Football 2025.
National Football League.
The football, NCAA football is back.
We will welcome you back and right into the action. What the NFL is calling their dynamic kickoff. That is the landing zone from the 20 back to the goal line. Cairo Santos will kick it away, and we're going to be talking about this all night, so it's hard not to jam everything into this next 5 seconds. Let's just watch this first one and see what happens.
Yeah, let's enjoy this one. We're hoping for a lot of these by the time the night's over. But you never know in these preseason games.
Oh, there we go.
This one will be returned by Sims. And he's out to the 26, and
the Bears stuff him.
We're going to replay it.
Got all about the 26-yard line.
The reason for this major rule change, and it's as big a rule change as we've seen in the game in a long, long time. You've got players that are lined up basically 5 yards from each other on the receiving team side of the 50. They're trying to make the kickoff an active, dynamic play again while reducing players' exposure to injuries, and that is the way they have figured out.
That was crazy.
Here is Mills. Davis Mills able to complete to Hutchinson out across the 30, and completion to start.
So the new rule is on kickoffs.
Idea and concept.
The kicking team,
You're right. I mean, so
their guys are lined up on the receiving teams.
That more of a play that
they're lined up on receiving team side of the 50-yard line.
That even the people who are coaching up these special teams, you know, there is curious
that
is
what crazy.
This is going to look like when it's all said and done.
It's 2nd down and 4, and a handoff here.
That's going to be a push forward for a first down. Texans first down. Where's old H-Town at?
For Houston, we will not see any of the starters in tonight's game. We're playing on the 1st of August. It feels like camp just opened, but here we are. There's C.J. Stroud, who is, we'll get into his story, the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year.
All right, come on,
right there
interactive.
to his left, our right, from the 40. Fake the handoff and off the hands of Hutchinson, incomplete.
That's going to be incomplete.
Second down and 10. Stroud was phenomenal. He's got every intangible you want for a starting quarterback, the number 2 overall pick. He guided his team into the postseason.
Yeah, my
He was
interactive
not just the
is
best rookie
stuck
quarterback. He was one of the best quarterbacks
on the commercial
in the NFL in his rookie season, and you know how hard that is to do.
Well, it is hard to do, and what he's accomplished is impressive. I mean, you think back to this.
But caught. That's Tegan Quitoriano, a backup tight end.
There we go. Now
Who
she's
got
out
into some action
working.
last year, primarily a blocking tight end, and that catch is good for 13.
You know, this was a team, Joe, that really.
There we have it, everybody. We are live.
3 seasons, and coming into last year, everyone thought it was going to be a lot of the same. They really didn't even have many cornerstone players on this roster, and now as we go into this 24 season after a playoff berth last year and winning in the wild card round,
Oh, let
it's
me
a
get
team that has
Maverick's
high
face
expectations
in
for sure.
here.
Here's Agunbowale again. He is down to the 45. You saw Stephon Diggs, who was traded from Buffalo.
Yeah, but what I'm
basically
saying
a
is I
one-year
can click
deal
on your thing and it'll be
to
ready.
come to the Texans. Week 17, they get that big win, get into the postseason. In week
There we
18,
go. Just
they
let me know when you
clinched
got
their
her on.
spot. They just took it to the Cleveland Browns, and then we were there for their loss in the divisional round at Baltimore. But what a season it was, and as you said, they're not going to sneak up on anybody in 2024. Second down and 7.
Nice. So RC is starting to pick up some.
Mills just drops it down, and the pass is incomplete for Ben Skoranek, the former Ram, who was traded from L.A. to Houston. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Well, that was, you know, Davis Mills is
Good
one of these
deal.
quarterbacks. He's played a fair amount. He's got 25 career starts. He gets outside the pocket. You know, some of what they do offensively with the Houston Texans and Bobby Slowick now in his second year as offensive coordinator, and what a job he did last year. But Mills could have kept that and picked up some pretty positive yardage and made this a relatively
what you're
manageable
doing.
3rd down had he have run the ball.
3rd down and 7. Agunbowale.
That's going to be caught for a first down.
And he's going to be brought down just short, it appears, of first down.
Just
yardage
short? Really?
by Ogbongbemiga.
I mean, I'm a Bears fan, but that
And
looked like a
Greg
first
Stroman.
down to me.
And the Texans obviously are going for it here and would in the regular season, and you get these opportunities in preseason to work on short yardage type areas of your football team. Just comes up short, but a good job of getting going north and south once he made the catch.
So 4th down, less
All right,
than
so
1.
we'll have 4th and 1 for the Texans to hand off.
And to
First
Agunbowale,
down.
and he's got the first down. So they're running behind their backup offensive line. They've got Laramie Tunsil when they're healthy and rolling
Guys and
in the
gals,
regular
it
season.
being the Hall of
Tunsil,
Fame game, I
and there's
truly
Trent
doubt
Williams,
you'll
and then
see
there's
any of the
everybody
starters
else, but
playing.
Laramie Tunsil is right there underneath in that next group.
Yeah, he's been doing it a long time, and he's awfully steady. And, you know, this is a group up front, Joe, that just had a lot of injuries, which when you take that into account, even more impressive what C.J. Stroud and this offense was able to accomplish last year.
On first down, this
Out
one is
caught
and that is
for
the
another
rookie
first
tight end,
down
Gabe
for the
Stover, who
Texans.
played with Stroud at Ohio
Texas is
State.
really
He
starting to
gets
move
11.
the ball down the field.
Yeah, talking with
We got
C.J.
11
Stroud
minutes
about
left in the first quarter.
Stover, boy, he sure was excited when they drafted him. These guys
Texans are going to be down to
brothers, is how they
about
describe their relationship.
24
They're extremely close.
4-yard
Couldn't
line
be
of the
more
Chicago
different, but
Bears.
Boy, there is a love for one another, and you know, this is a guy who's got an opportunity. Of course, he'll be playing behind Dalton Schultz, and Brevin Jordan has done some good things as well, but
In motion,
help give them a little depth. at
hand
tight end.
off.
Here's
The
Hutchinson
number
on
19
that
goes around the
handoff.
left
A nice
side,
pickup, and for a
out
team
at
that's
about
got 4 first
14?
downs on this opening possession, a gain of 8.
Or excuse
And
me,
this is a nice
about the
drive
16-yard
being put
line,
together by
17-yard
Davis
line.
Mills.
Yeah, this is. He's been very poised.
Good
in the
pickup.
pocket. He's not tried to force any throws down the field. The one ball that was incomplete earlier on this drive to Hutchinson was a well-thrown ball off play action. But this is a nice drive for Houston to open up this ball game.
2nd down and 2.
Quarterback keeper and sacked in the background by big number 52, Kareem.
2 on the play, and Khalid Kareem.
That'll be a loss of 2 on the play.
An early preseason spinorama messed up play.
I think the snap got on him quickly to his left side. I think that he was expected to hand the ball off, but I think that's one of those they wanted to look at in preseason. Maybe the last time we see that this season.
3rd down and 4 as a result.
Here comes long pass, just out of the reach. Flag on the play. Flag comes in a little late. I don't think that was pass interference, but I believe that's what we're going to get.
Holding.
Nope, holding.
47. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. 1st down.
Come on. We don't need no stupid mistakes like that already, Bears.
Matt Eberflus and his young linebacker got a lot of jersey on that trip down the field.
Yeah, that was an easy one. The official right there. You see the grab. We saw it from up here.
I missed that part. Yeah, he did.
Pretty good penalty because if he doesn't do it, he's going to run through that one for a touchdown.
Agunbowale checks out, and J.J. Taylor is in the backfield. Taylor tries to
hand off. Taylor down and about a 4-yard gain.
Tackle made by Elijah Hicks. A gain of
2nd and 5 on the Chicago 9. This drive with 12 plays, 65 yards so far with a 5-minute, 35-second runoff time.
The award-winning reporter down on the field. And Russell York, who joins us replacing John Perry, who's now left us and is with the Bills, and he's missed, and we loved him. And Russell York, NFL Vice President of Instant Replay, on his resume, and we are so glad he is with us in the booth in 2024 and beyond. 13th play of this drive.
Right, back to pass goes the Texans. Throws it. That is an easy walk-in touchdown.
Quatoriano with a score, and a fantastic drive put together by Davis Mills and capped on the 9-yarder to Quatoriano.
Well, this is an excellent job by Davis Mills. He starts to his left. He's about to turn it loose, and he didn't like the throw that he had there to his left side. He gets through his progression, comes back to his tight end. Just really well done to cap off this drive to open up the game with a touchdown.
What a drive it is. 13 plays, 74 yards, and basically 6.5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, good protection up front, too, to allow him to get back to that 3rd read. Excellent work by Mills.
Fairbairn knocks it through. We go quick to break. You know why? Because on the other side, it's a kickoff. We're going to watch another kickoff. Good start for the Texans.
Are you watching this, Ernie?
Mills up 7.
Welcome to Greenville.
Well, when they come back, watch the kickoff when they come back. Look at how they changed it. Having a little bit of chippies. Sorry about this, guys.
Together this year. And Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
No one out pizzas the Hut. A few weeks ago, the NFL hosted a first.
Oh, wow, you're already there? Man, I'm way behind.
The 18U Girls Division Champ game with the Staten Island Giants beating the Apex Predators 28-7 from Las Vegas.
No,
the 15
that's the new change.
Championship had the Metro Select Saints from Texas defeating the Tennessee Lockdown.
That's the new change.
Some of that action, and it was compelling. It was good football.
It really was.
All the guys are on.
We just showed on the highlights.
No, just watch.
Throws and catches.
Fairbairn will kick it away with Stroman and Scott waiting deep. Nobody can move till it's touched. Now everybody moves. And this is a return by Scott. He gets to the 25, and that is it. When you talk to players, and obviously, Troy, they've been repping this in practice as much as they've been repping 11 on 11. You talk to return men, you talk to special teams coaches, they say once the ball is touched, because everybody is so in such close quarters, it's almost like
they said they're trying to bring back the look of
your typical
the kickoff return
with space out in front of a
but
returner,
minimizing the risk of high injury, you know, from getting a full truck of steam heading down the field and smashing somebody. There you go.
A nice carry by Roshan Johnson.
Nice rumble down the field for 9 yards.
Great running play, but yeah, on the
are they going to give him the first on that one?
Because if you're a starter, there were guys in the past. Now, quarterbacks aren't going to be on that play, obviously, but if you're not a quarterback, it sounds like there's a good chance you might find yourself at some point in time, you know, on the kicking teams, and they're just looking for all different types of players. And, you know, depending on who's on the field, that then is going to impact how that play might look. So, pretty interesting concepts and theories as to how they're going to play it.
First down.
Agent is the quarterback. He hands here to Johnson. He gets 3 yards. And a first down. Tyson was good last year. Was a 5-year starter. Came in as an undrafted rookie from Shepherd. Threw for over 17,000 yards in college. He made the team. Was the third-string quarterback. First game was in mid-October against Minnesota. First start was week 7. And he made 4 starts and went 2-2 and looked good in doing it.
Yeah, no doubt. And it says a lot
Chicago
for him that
in motion. Fake handoff, rolls out to his right. And he throws it into the ground.
Heavy pursuit on Bajent's out to his right, and that throwback is.
It looked like it, didn't it?
Ali Gay, who had.
I mean, he only has to get it back up to the original line of scrimmage.
He's just hoping to make the team as an undrafted guy, and he makes the team. He ends up making 4 starts. He wins 2, so he proves to the staff that he can win games in this league. And when you have a quarterback then coming in. Number 1 overall, Caleb Williams. Are you going to have a veteran backup? They like where he's at so much that they really didn't entertain the idea of bringing with someone with more experience.
Must be putting your football.
Pagent underneath. He's got Johnson, and he's out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 7 on that catch and run to make it a manageable.
So we're going to have third down.
Talk about Caleb Williams as well.
They'll be short about 4
I've been following him since
4 yards.
Oklahoma, and then of course his transfer with Lincoln Riley there at USC, Heisman Trophy winner. I think he's phenomenal, and he's so mature for a young quarterback. I think time will tell, but I like everything I've seen about him. I would have liked to have seen him play some tonight. Just get a few snaps. And I get it. This is an extra game for them. They'll now have 4 preseason games. But, you know, I think just a little work might have been a good thing for him.
Here's a completion on 3rd down for the first down.
That's going to be a
so the drive continues.
Toss and catch to the tight end of the Chicago Bears for
when you talk to him, the maturity
picked up about 8 yards on the play.
He's not as wide-eyed as you might expect a rookie number 1 overall pick. You know what that feels like. But coming from USC, was in the portal, coached by Lincoln Riley, playing in L.A. There was money involved, you know, once with the NIL deals. And he comes in a well-seasoned young man, and it just does not feel too big for him.
Yeah, and that's why, well, in addition to the fact he's got some really good players around him.
Here is a handoff to Tyler Scott on 1st down. He picked up 4.
But he comes into this season, you know, with arguably the best supporting cast that a rookie quarterback has had in quite some time. I mean, I think Ryan Poles is I think there's a little luck that's involved in all of that, but he's done a masterful job since taking over as a general manager of upgrading this team. And on offense, Caleb Williams, as a young quarterback, is going to be the beneficiary of that. They've got some good players to get the ball to, traded for Keenan Allen, of course, the year DJ Moore had last year, but it could be fun to watch.
Fun to watch so far is Roschon Johnson. He's brought down just short of first down yardage, it looked like. The notable offseason additions coming into this season, they get DeAndre Swift, who last year was with Philly, Keenan Allen, longtime Charger, and when you talk to the people with the organization, he can still do it. 9th overall pick, Rome Odunze. And Ryan Poles, we will visit with Ryan later on in the ball game. His 3rd year as a general manager of the Bears, and it is looking good.
It sure is.
Here's Johnson, was met in the backfield and then had to fight. He's still going to be short of first down yardage. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, that's some good tough running right there by Roschon Johnson to take what should have been a fairly significant loss. You're going to see he gets contacted right there and is just able to fight his way to try to not lose any more yardage. And just like the Houston Texans on their opening drive, we've got the Bears who are going for it here.
Marcus Harris was the first guy through there that kind of blew up that play. Now 4th and 1. And the officials may have been talked into that one.
Full start. Offense. Right guard. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
So look right down the line. I thought I did see some, right there at the end. You see it. And
he said right guard, but that is Tommy Sweeney, a backup tight end.
Yep. That's where the movement was. They got him. They back him up now. And the Bears are going to elect a punt. Cadence has been a bit of an issue going back to Caleb Williams. So much of what he did was the shotgun, and they would clap, the ball would be snapped, and getting acclimated to calling the game at the line of scrimmage. It's been a work in progress here in the early going, not only in the OTAs, but also the early part of training camp.
Corliss Waitman, who has punted for the Steelers and the Broncos end over end, and a fair catch is hauled in by Miles Bryant. And the clapping from D'Amico Ryans. What a year he had. His former teammate, Andre Johnson.
Guess nobody likes watching the football, man. Says I got one viewer right now.
Patrick, Jake from State Farm, explain this bundling thing again.
All right, Coach Reed. Let's say these fries are your car, right?
And this burger is your home.
I certainly appreciate that.
It can be more affordable if you bundle them together.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Explain it again with those nuggies.
Bundling.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a reboot before streaming, and forgot to rejoin into everything. Yeah.
Stadium in Canton, Ohio, this big weekend here.
All right, so we're
where
back
the
to
NFL is
Canton.
celebrated. The Hall of Famers go in on Saturday. We're going to check in a moment.
They have the Texans leading the Bears 7-0.
Rutledge. In fact, that moment is now.
3 minutes, 58 seconds left in the first quarter.
Say hi to the Hall of Famer, Andre Johnson.
I will. Thank you, Joe. He wanted me to say hi to you, Andre, so it's good to see you here. Hey, you have idolized so many of these players that have gone into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now you're the one getting the gold jacket. How would you describe what this honor means to you?
It means a lot, not only for me, my family, back home where I grew up in Miami, a lot of people that have been along with me throughout this journey in the city of Houston, who's embraced me and shown me so much love. So to be here, it's really starting to hit now, you know, being here and going through everything that was going through this weekend, man. It's just it's a tremendous honor.
You were teammates with D'Amico Ryans, the head coach of the Houston Texans. How special is it to see him here? He said it's so amazing for him to see you get this honor and to be here with you in Canton.
Well, the thing that you would pick up on D'Amico right away, he was a great leader. You know, when he came in as a rookie, he led our defense. And, you know, I could always tell, like, he would be a coach. Like, he had that about him. You know, he can get guys lined up. He can get guys to play hard for him. So, just so excited to see what he's doing and what he will continue to do in the future.
So many of your teammates, people who have coached you, have said that you found ways to elevate everyone around you. How did you do that?
Well, I always tried to lead by example. I was never a rah-rah guy. I just wanted my work to speak for itself. And when I went out to practice every day, whoever was in front of me or whoever was around me, I was going to push them. And I was going to push them to the max, and that was just the way I approached everything.
Oh, big hole right up the middle for the Texans.
What's the strategy there?
I don't really know if there's a strategy. You know, I'm just going to go up there
and he was untouched.
Do my best. I've never really had to give a speech in front of so many people, but definitely looking forward to it. I've always watched.
The interactive was actually
never envisioned myself doing it, so been practicing
a minimal of
we'll see what happens.
You'll be great, and we can't wait
20
to
to 30 seconds.
Right, thank you.
In front of it.
Advice.
Right now it's 2:01, 2 minutes.
That advice might be.
But on the interactive, it's at 1 minute 50 seconds.
J.J. Taylor has taken over, and after the first down, he carries over the left side.
Oh, that's ahead,
Andre
yeah.
Johnson, a 7-time Pro Bowler, was drafted 3rd overall by the Texans in 2003. He's the first Houston
Mills
Texan
pass short
ever
left
inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Hutchinson.
You talk about speed,
To Houston,
power,
20 for 9 yards.
strength. I mean, that's a signature.
That was a
move,
play that
and
just
it
happened.
did not
3rd down and
go
1.
He had it all, and the
We're
size, like you talked about, he was an intimidating
second
player.
and 7.
What I like is what he just told Laura, that you know, he wanted his play on the field to speak for itself, and boy, did
Yeah.
it. Congratulations to him.
Yeah,
well
Kobe.
deserved. And I know D'Amico Ryans is so excited the Texans are here and that he's here.
You want to type to Kobe on Discord and let him know that, yeah, we're live? Oh, huge catch! Down to the Bears' 40-yard line.
7-yard completion from Davis Mills, who looks outstanding here tonight.
Kenneth with the update. The Atlanta Braves still leading 4-0.
Went right around him.
Well, he does a great job. You're right, Hardy. Nobody picks him up at all. They're thinking the play fake is going to get him coming down the line a little bit harder, but he gets up the field. And you see Mills, he's just able to avoid him, keeps his eyes down the field. He's made some throws.
That was
already
a tremendous catch.
in his first quarter where he's gotten through his progressions. He did a couple plays earlier on this drive.
All right, they're going to start shotgun formation to the left. Oh! Nice breakup of that ball. That's right.
And
He almost had that.
Leon Jones, but you talk about Davis Mills as this one almost went back the other
We haven't
way.
had a defense.
He's smart. He went to Stanford. He's a guy.
We haven't really had a real
that
good
plays the right
defense
way
for a
with
lot of
a
years
reps.
now.
He can move the ball around, as you said. They like him using his legs.
You know, we had a
That's
defense
what you
that
want
they,
as a backup in the
every
NFL,
season,
as
they,
he backs up
you know,
CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
they
there was
doubled
a
and
time
tripled
a
everybody
few
else's
years ago where it
takeaways.
looked like he might be the guy. I mean, he was certainly auditioning and had
They were in there,
opportunity to
you know,
seize control
intercepted
of
the ball.
position.
They were in there
I did
punching the
like
ball
him when
out
he
for
was
fumbles
earlier in
and
his
fumble
career, some of the
recoveries.
things that he was able to do.
Here's Hutchinson.
There you go. That was a nice
Brought
play.
down immediately by Elijah Hicks. And a gain of
3rd
3
down.
as we are under 20 seconds left in quarter number 1.
You know, the other guy, the other rookie, Joe, we talked about.
It just said we were down to 20 seconds left of quarter number 1, and it already went to commercial. So, yeah, like I said, I think the interact was about 30 seconds ahead.
Off to a good start here tonight.
That's all right. We'll still call it.
7 at the start of quarter number 2. And the Houston Texans with an impressive start with their backup offense. Quitoriano with a touchdown early. Texans up 7 after 1.
My name's Morgan, single mother of 3 with an IQ of 160.
We could use someone with your talents.
Me? Work with cops?
I see you brought your child to a crime scene.
Forrest Wall, they just got rid of him, too.
Your season starts now with NFL Plus Premium. Get access and coverage to all 49 preseason games. See the future stars shine bright.
Oh. The score check is 7-0, Cobb. Texans lead 7-0. What's not here? Did he go to my channel? Oh, he had to have found it. He had to have found it if he's typing in the chat. So I wonder what's going on. Maybe that's why there's not been a lot of people.
That's aerial coverage is brought to you.
So we're back to Canton.
It is a warm night. Earlier in the week, it looked like tonight might be in the category of a washout or thunderstorms. We're knocking on wood and hoping we get through the rest of this night unscathed. All in all, a pretty night.
Okay.
Here at the beginning of
I'm glad I
August,
fixed for you.
After 1, 3rd down and 7 for the Texans.
I bet Kobe $5. It's the Bears beat them the last time they met, 23-20.
He's been busy, and we'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
Hey, guys. Well, C.J. Stroud is certainly looking forward to having one of his weapons back this season.
He tried to bet me $500 that his Astros were going to beat the Braves early in the season. And, of course, you know, I don't have no $500 in Georgia. So we didn't bet. Well, we all know what happened there, don't we?
Dell said he just started running, didn't even
We
realize
swept
until
your
later he'd
Astros.
been shot in his right thigh. The bullet went through and through. He spent the night in the hospital.
Ooh.
But it's apparently a quick healer.
Sandwiched him there. Got a couple, though.
A week later, and he was a full participant at OTAs in May.
Oh, Tank Dell season-ending fractured left fibula.
At the wrong time.
Oh, that was last year.
He says he's just
Week 13 of 23.
It wasn't worse, and that he cannot wait to get back out on the field.
Yeah, Lisa, you know, obviously they can't wait to get him back out there. He was so good to begin his rookie season, got the 11 games in, then the broken leg. They are loaded at wide receiver.
All right,
with the Texans
man in motion
roster.
for the Texans, off to the
Second
right.
down and 9 here.
Fake handoff, rolling out to his right. On the run, he's going to run out at about
20, 3rd down coming up.
inside the 20.
Third round
That'll be
pick
3rd
from
and 7.
So they knew all about him. 7 receiving touchdowns through week 12, which was tied for the most among rookies. And then with that broken fibula, missed the last 7 games of the year.
Yeah, he was on pace for 1,000 yards. And I mentioned that this time last year, there really weren't any cornerstone pieces to this franchise as to how they were going to build this thing. And Then you look at the season that Nico Collins had at wide receiver. He had a breakout year. Then Tank Dell as a rookie.
87 goes in motion.
While he was healthy.
Texas is going to start in the shotgun formation over the middle. Easily caught, but taken down immediately. But he'll have at least a 6-yard catch.
And the field goal unit
4, gain of 4
for the Texans. There's Nico in his year, just under 1,300 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns. Dell found the end zone 7 times, and they brought Dalton Schultz back on a 3-year deal. And don't forget about him.
Yeah, well, no, and he's hoping they won't. Last year, he was their number 2 receiver. And this year, when you look at that room and the fact that they added Stephon Diggs and, have those 3 really talented wide receivers, just, where's the role going to be for Dalton Schultz? I like him.
At 4th and 3, they're going to kick the ball. That's good for a field goal. So Texas jumping up 10-0 over the Chicago Bears. You got 12 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second quarter of this 57th annual Hall of Fame game.
Leading here in Canton.
They miss ya, man. I haven't seen Lane, so I don't know if she likes football. That is too bad, man. That dude is a great player. I don't know, man. I don't know if he should. How many times are you going to tear your knee? You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Welcome to the family.
A moment that Dwight Freeney will not forget anytime soon, as Tony Dungy, coach who drafted him, gave him his Hall of Fame knock. And then his good buddy Michael Jordan was there as well. Dwight, they really surprised you, first of all, but what did it mean to have Jordan there and also your coach, Tony Dungy?
I mean, it meant the world to me. You know, those two people are family to me. And obviously, Tony, he's the guy who brought me in. You know, we started that chapter in 2002, his first year, my first year. And we brought Indianapolis a championship in 2006.
You and Michael Jordan spent a lot of time together on the golf course. What was his message to you in finding out that you would be in
There's a flag on the play already.
I mean, it's crazy. He was almost happier than I was. Because the funny is, he went through it the year previous when I didn't make it. And he was hurt, and he knew how hurt I was. So when he found out that I was in, you know, we both basically was kind of teary-eyed, you know.
You know, you're known for being this incredible sack artist, but the signature spin move is something that gives offensive linemen nightmares all across the board. How did you come up with that?
It's a funny story. You know, I used to be a big and one mixtape person. I loved it back in the 90s. Some people know about it, some people don't. But I wanted to make offensive players, offensive tackles look as silly as possible. So I tried to figure out how I could do that. And that's how the spin got created on the practice field in Bloomfield, Connecticut.
Illegal formation on the Bears.
Shout out. What was your favorite thing about taking a quarterback down?
Just taking him down. Just taking him down. I mean, I would just say that in itself. You know, just think about it. quarterback, he's protected by 5 people, get past the 5 people, the privileged quarterback. So for me, I like to just think about all the things that I don't like about quarterbacks and finally be able
Dwight
to get
Freeney
them down.
was
So
a hell of a
you
linebacker.
can't touch them. They scream at you when you get anywhere close. So that's me.
You know what? Well said, Dwight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joe and Troy.
It's a good life being a quarterback.
Yeah, it is. Here's a
Toss
little
pitch
juggle, but
to the
Herbert
back.
able to
He's
connect
going to get
with
maybe
that
5
toss.
yards.
Dwight's such a great guy, and looked like he got right off the golf course.
Yeah, it looks like I must have
Russell,
took
we
out the
saw a
NFL
flag
Interactive.
on that kick return, and
You know, being able to use NFL.com.
What was the call?
By the receiving team because
I need
the
to put
players
that
on the
back
line need
in.
to keep their feet
So
stationary
basically,
on
I
the
need
line
to.
before
I
the
need.
ball's touched. If you move before the ball is touched.
I need to see when the next
cannot
preseason
move.
games are on. Since the
was
Bears have already played, I'm actually good
Movement
for the
prior
next.
to the ball being touched. The penalty was declined. Here's play action. And taking off.
That's going to be an easy run up the.
First down for Chicago and a gain of 9.
That dude didn't. Ripping.
When you look at the kickoff,
Ripping.
to what the kick return team
It didn't look like he had much for motors. A motor, man.
Keep an eye back there on your return guy, and meanwhile the kickoff team they're looking straight ahead. And here they come, and that's what happened on that play. That the angles and just working through all that, really the mechanics of how it's going to operate, but. It was a big hit at the end of that one with the penalty on the play.
There's Herbert over the left side. The rules are set to incentivize a kick return. They want the ball, the NFL does, want the ball returned. And again, because the players are not lined up so far from each other, that'll reduce the high impact full speed hits. That leads to a lot of injuries, head injuries included. But like you said, those tacklers get up on the blockers fast.
In a hurry. Yeah, everything happens so fast.
2nd down and 7 for Rippon.
Fumble!
That's a catch and a fumble.
It's still on the ground. Bears have it. Bears have it.
On top of it, it looked like Sweeney.
If they end up with it, boy. They did too. Bears got it back.
Ball, and maybe not Sweeney. That's Jerome.
And first down, baby.
It's a Chicago first down.
Ruling on the field is a catch, fumble, and then the defense fumbled it back to the offense. Chicago's ball, first down.
Got a first down.
For the Bears on the catch here by Sweeney.
See, he made the catch and had an intelligent step and a half before being hit and the ball popping out.
Recovery, and it goes back and is recovered by Jerome Carvin, an offensive lineman.
Well, if you're the Texans, you like what you just saw from Kalen Bullock. The fact that, here is a rookie, 3rd-round pick out of USC at safety. He comes up and really delivers a nice hit.
Rippon slipped, and as he tried to fit it into Colin Johnson, he ends up on his back, and the pass ends up incomplete.
Well,
I'm all scheduled up for tomorrow night.
Looked like he put it right on Colin Johnson. I don't know that ball was touched. Take a look at it here at the end of the play. Nice job by Rippon hanging in there. Yeah, that's what a heck of a throw, putting it out there and right on him with a chance for a big play.
Well, I told you I need you for one of the days of the weekend because of the giveaway. What a run from Herbert!
And a touchdown saving tackle by Bullock, who was involved on that hit with Sweeney earlier, but a 19-yard carry.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it Sunday night after the games.
Who's been doing this for a little while. I've always liked the way that he runs. That's some of the tough yards
there you have it,
that he's
guys.
able to give you when he
there you have
is
it.
able to make somebody miss.
Celebration date is now set. It'll be Sunday, sometime in the afternoon during the night time. We'll get a time worked out
throughout the year, but it's a pretty good running back room with a guy like Herbert back there.
Texans were 2nd in yards per rush allowed last year, and they're getting it taken to them here so far tonight. A gain of 9 by Herbert here. Herbert had a big year in 2022 when he led running backs.
Well, the giveaway be done in its own stream.
An up and down year. Had 3 100-yard games and 8 games where he got under 40.
So this is a Bears offense last year that was really built around trying to run the football, and I don't think they're going to stray too far from that this year either.
Wide open.
Touchdown, Chicago! Long pass down the side. Rippon to number 88, I believe.
Touchdown throw from Brett Rippon.
Rippon deep left pass to C. Johnson for a 20-yard touchdown.
Defenders, they're looking into the backfield, and you've got.
So the Bears getting on the board. Texans lead 10-0 or 10-7 or 10-6. They haven't kicked the extra yet.
And now they run a stick and go.
We all know the last few seasons extra points.
For the touchdown to Johnson
for 20 yards.
I've never seen so many extra points being missed as you have in the last few seasons.
Point game as Santos knocks it through.
All right, so we have a 3-point game. Texas leads 10-7.
3-point game now in Canton.
Get ready.
I asked him if he was talking to you or me. I have, but I have so many things that I'm already trying to accomplish, and now with the start of football, see, I could only work on the themes when football's actually going, because I only have access to the interactive when there's actually games going. Yep. I use spring training of baseball to get things dialed in. They ought to remember it. What? Well, go ahead. Hell, you could do one. I could do one. It doesn't mean.
Well, we've had 4 possessions in the game.
We're back to Canton,
which means more kickoffs. And as a change-up here, just to show everybody what will happen on a windy day, the Bears are going to use, in essence, Russell Yerk, a 12th man. In this case, Taylor May will practice.
Wow.
Or actually, that
in
is
case of weather,
Taylor, the punter,
they'll bring a.
He needs to immediately leave the field.
So, like Mojo back in the days of the Houston Oilers, sprinting from the sideline. So we'll keep an eye on Torrey Taylor, the rookie punter, Australian-born 4th-round pick from Iowa. Off he goes. The play begins, and Steven Sims, the turf monster, got
Sims tripped and.
In case you don't know,
not quite sure what's been going on. I've been seeing a lot of guys losing their footing.
I think in just a different era. Troy.
Yes, it was. I mean, this is phenomenal. There's a lot of Houston fans obviously watching this game that were once Oilers fans. This bringing back a lot of good memories. There's a lot of people smiling in Houston, Texas tonight.
I don't know why that was. They were my team growing up, so I used to watch Mojo go sprinting off the side. And then he'd do a little somersault at the end when he got back to the sideline.
Texas is starting the shotgun formation. Throws off to the right. Met with the defender right upon the catch, but he picked up about 3.
In a 4-yard gain. Here he is getting back to the sideline, and Mojo doing his thing.
What do you think Bump Phillips was thinking when all that was going on?
I assume he loved it. For the rookie punter, Torrey Taylor, not as eventful.
We got to work on that with these guys. You know, the 12th man who's got to come out in the event that they do have to hold. We got to bring mojo action back.
Here is a handoff over the
on the ground. He'll pick up a couple.
Ram last with the Vikings.
Third down.
Torn his Achilles tendon, each one of them. And he's working his way back as we send it down to Lisa.
Hey, Joe, well, Bears safety Jonathan Owens is probably watching this game on TV, or he could be asleep because it's in the wee hours of the morning over in France. That's where Owens is right now. He asked and was granted permission to leave Bears training camp for a few days to fly to Paris to see in person his wife, superstar gymnast Simone Biles, to see her compete in her third Olympics. Owens was in the building when Team USA won gold on Tuesday. The 5th Olympic gold medal for Simone Biles, 8th overall, making her the most decorated American gymnast in history. But that was then. She's already won another gold medal. That was today in the individual all-around. Owens is expected to rejoin the Bears back in Chicago.
Go USA!
Yeah, he figures, Lisa, to be the top.
Looks like we're dominating the Olympics again.
Becomes the third gymnast to win multiple gold medals in the Olympic individual all-around competition. She won in Rio in 2016, but the first to do it in non-consecutive games. So called the GOAT for a reason. Simone Biles, congratulations and making us all proud.
Yeah, congratulations to her, and how cool for Jonathan to be over there and witness it all.
DeAndre Carter to return the punt. Took it in from about the 10 and is able to bounce out of bounds near the 16.
It's kind of weird that they
63-yard punt.
They change up the kickoff, but they leave the punt
in
the same.
Patrick Willis going into the Hall of Fame officially in 2 days.
Still here, Kobe? H-Town, you still here, my friend? Wow, guys and gals. So, $22 votes in the community page for the Braves game, guys, and 100% of you have voted for the Braves to win. Tonight's game for the Hall of Fame game, we've had 54 votes there, and 80% have voted that the Houston Texans.
Like it was yesterday. I remember vividly because all week my defensive coordinator was saying Adrian James was just the edge, was Hall of Famer. Adrian James was just a guy. He didn't have it no more. He wasn't the same guy he was when he was at the Colts. And being a rookie, in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know what that is. I just know that I got to come with it. First game, first off tackle play, I remember hitting him in the thigh boards, and I was blacked out for a split second. And right then and there, I said, oh no, every hit I'm coming with, I'm either going to knock them out or I'm going to knock myself out, but this ain't going to happen again. And after that game, I remember saying, after that play, actually, I remember saying, if this is him just being a guy and he don't have it anymore. I couldn't imagine what he was when he first got into the league. So shout out to Adrian James. Shout out to the 49ers teams for getting the win. Yeah, it was a special day.
And now you're a Hall of Famer. You have expressed gratitude to so many who got you to this point. Why is that important to you?
You know, because football is a team.
Every time it comes back off of the commercial. Sorry, guys, I have to restart.
But I'm so fortunate to have had amazing teammates throughout my years of playing sports. Maybe didn't always win as I wanted to, but enjoyed competing with those guys, building those memories, and so just want to give them some love.
Hey, I appreciate that, David.
And they're giving the love right back to you. Actually, your coach, Jim Harbaugh, getting a plane from the Chargers.
Right, let's go NFL.
And bringing a whole bunch of guys with him to be there for you Saturday. How special is that to you?
It's really special. We had that Harbaugh group, I like to call us. We had a unique bond. We done some special things. Was able to go to a Super Bowl. Wasn't able to bring it home.
Just overthrown.
Some special moments, and to be able to.
It's gonna be 4th and 5 for the Bears.
Of this special day, it means a lot. Cause that's one of the. Those are one of the times, or some of the few times, I do find myself thinking back and remembering, or thinking back and was like, man, if we just only could have done what we needed to do to win that, it'd have been nice to hear Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer, you know, but I'm grateful for this day, grateful for this time.
Congratulations, Patrick.
No, thank you very much.
Joe.
Yeah, Laura, and thanks, Patrick, for stopping by. 174 tackles as a rookie in 2007, and he could run as an inside linebacker and could cover as well as anybody that's been in the league in the last 20 years. Congratulations to Patrick Willis. As we continue on from Canton, Ohio in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in a 10-7 game.
I love your place.
Thanks. Could you
A 4-day opening weekend. Thursday, Ravens Chiefs. Friday, Packers are going to be taking on the Eagles. Sunday and then Monday. Looks like having the Peacock, I'll be able to do some stream games too.
Rodgers and the Jets, we're going to do it again. Take on Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers. Don't miss the first Monday night game of the year as a part of the
Monday, September 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Across our networks.
That'll be the Jets-San Francisco game. I do believe I might actually stream that if it doesn't coincide with the Bears game.
Healthy by all accounts and ready to roll, and the Jets are starved for a playoff appearance, and the 49ers are still stacked and still the team to beat in the NFC.
Texans
Here's a pass
caught for about 5 yards, 4 yards.
Troy Hairston hauled it in for 3.
You see that opener we had
3
last
yards.
year. He goes down on the 4th play, and it's really a matter of keeping him healthy this season. You look at what the Jets have done this offseason.
They really upgraded that offensive line. That's certainly going to help. Tyron Smith, the big left tackle, Morgan Moses, they bring him in. John Simpson, make a big draft pick in the first round. So a lot of capital invested in that offensive line to protect Aaron Rodgers and a team that, you know, we expected a lot from last year, and we do once again coming into this year.
Here is Cam Akers, who, when he was healthy, he was really good for the Rams. Carries it. His best year, 2022, at 786 yards, 9 touchdowns. Fought his way back from one Achilles tear, and now he's doing it again after tearing it last November.
Pretty amazing that a guy at that position, really any position for that matter, but especially at running back, 2 torn Achilles, and to be on the field tonight, even playing, coming back from that. But you know, they brought in Joe Mixon this year. He's going to be
hands
the
off.
bell cow.
You just swallowed up behind the line.
Damian Pierce, who he's looked good this camp as well, had a bit of a down season last year. So you've got those 2 guys, and then everybody else is just fighting for a spot. So this is an important game, as is all these preseason games, certainly for Cam Akers.
Josh Blackwell, who is fighting for a spot, came on to make that tackle on Cam Akers.
Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you stopping in. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit that thumbs up.
Second down and 10 with the ball sitting at the
Give us
40.
those thumbs.
Who has 1,200 scrimmage yard seasons in 5 of his 7 years with the Bengals.
Texans are starting the shotgun formation again with running back off to his left. Stuck in the pocket, fires over the middle, hits number 19, still on his feet, fighting for yards. Has the first down and then some with a nice 14-yard gain.
Good protection, an 18-yard completion, and the Texans
18-yard, my apologies.
Really outstanding protection. You see Case, he's just able to kind of relax with nobody even anywhere near him. And, you know, what a luxury you have in Houston to have a guy like
Hutchinson with a huge catch and run.
Come in, a guy who's won a fair amount of games in the NFL. Of course, we can't forget the year that he had in 2017 with the Vikings.
Oh, a big pop as he runs.
Wins as Carl Jones Jr. makes that stop. He made 2 starts last
Case
year.
Keenum,
for just under
quarterback for the
yards.
Texans.
They also have Tim Boyle on their roster, who was with the Jets.
Telling you, these are backup players, and they're playing outstanding for the Texans.
Warning here in Canton. They've got 4 quarterbacks on the roster, but if everybody stays healthy, likely Stroud, Mills, and Keenum.
Fumbles the ball, picks it up, throws it. Oh, what a play by the Texans! Case Keenum drops the ball upon height, has to pick it up, chucks it off to his right to his running back, Akers, who then runs on up for a first down, and then
really a bad play into a pretty good game.
2 minutes left in the half, and a first down for the Texans, much to the delight of C.J. Stroud. Yes, it's the 1st of August, but the reigning offensive rookie of the year is loving every second of it.
Football.
We're going to try something here. We don't have a lot of people watching, so now would be the time to do it.
around the National Football League. And welcome to Jason Kelsey to ESPN. Glad he'll be a part of Monday Night Countdown. On a long list of players who have retired since last year, we'll give you a glimpse at some of the faces and names who have hung it up officially. First down here for the Texans, up by 3 at the Chicago 29. Keenum floats it. He's got Hutchinson, and he's got a 1st and goal. Inside the 10, a good throw and catch and a completion of 21 yards. Here are the retirees, whether it's Matthew Slater, what a player he was for the New England Patriots.
Bruin.
Matt Ryan officially retired. You see the names and the players. And a 1st and goal here for the Texans with the ball at the 9. What Troy slid in there was Bruin, Mr. UCLA. Here's Akers, cuts back, and a good carry. He's showing something here tonight.
He sure is. Yeah, he's made some people miss. Even that run there. You know, the fact that he's able to put his foot in the ground and make some cuts is really impressive. And this is we've talked about the offensive line, how banged up they were last year, and Bobby Slowick as a first-year coordinator last year, and then you got a rookie quarterback that they were a little bit conservative, and they tried to run the football, and they weren't particularly great at doing it. And then that put a lot of pressure then on C.J. Stroud on 3rd downs to convert. I don't think they're going to get too far away from the running game, but I do anticipate that they'll open things up a little bit more than what they did a year ago, and rightfully so. I mean, what C.J. Stroud was able to do, he protected the football. Not only that, but he was a big play machine. I mean, he wasn't dink and dunk. He was driving the ball down the field, and he certainly played at a high level in some of the biggest games down the stretch.
2nd down and goal. Keenum protected underneath. Touchdown. That's
touchdown,
Akers.
Texans.
And Cam Akers is able to take it in after Chicago had called a timeout. And another good drive. First one by Davis Mills at quarterback, and this one by Case Keenum. And after that long road back for Cam Akers, takes a knee, says a quick prayer as he's got a touchdown.
Well, this was too easy, and it was the Cam Akers drive. But this route, he comes out. It's an option route out of the backfield. It's not a particularly good route by him, but just terrible coverage. And, they're playing, obviously, a lot of young players. They're working through some things, haven't been in pads. But that'll be a play on the film that'll be a teaching moment for these coaches defensively.
High snap, but the kick is through. Akers tonight, 7 touches, 31 yards, and now a touchdown. A guy who in 2019 at Florida State had 18 scrimmage touchdowns, which was 2nd in the ACC that year behind Clemson's Travis Etienne. So they added him after camp started, and he's gotten up to speed. Talking about Cam Akers and D'Amico Ryans has to like what his backup offensive players have been able to do here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And how much will we see of any of these starters? When you think back a few years ago, and Sean McVay with the Rams, he didn't play in any preseason game, and they had a pretty good year. And so a lot of coaches are taking that same approach. And so, will we see Joe Mixon and some of these others? It's hard to say. I mean, Mixon has gotten a lot of carries over the course of his career, 3rd most carries in the NFL since he came into the league, 3rd behind Derrick Henry and Zeke Elliott. So, he won't need it. But I like that trade that they made to bring in a guy who's a real thumper, who's been productive, and get a little bit more out of the running game to help out C.J. Stroud.
The kickoff is going to be returned from about the goal line. That is John Jackson. And as you said early in this game, both special teams coordinators told us, if you've got a uniform and you're a receiver, you're a running back, you're going to get a chance to return kicks during practice, and they're going to take the best one that they can get, as this one was returned out to the 28.
Yeah, that was close. We've seen a couple of them now. That one very likely would have landed in the end zone, so could have let it go. What's the mindset? they want to get a lot of these reps on film just so they can study it and learn from it themselves.
Here is a pass caught by Tommy Sweeney. Remember, if a kick goes into the end zone and it hits first in the end zone, the ball comes out to the 30, and it certainly looked like that's where that ball was headed. He returned it to the 28 anyway, as Roschon Johnson is able to pick up a first down for Chicago.
You know, the guy who would have been really good as a, you know, they've had talks about kickers because they make a lot of the tackles. Pat McAfee would have been great with this new kickoff rule as a kicker.
What a catch! I agree, but what a catch by Colin Johnson.
Nice catch.
He's got a touchdown in this game, and between that throw and that catch, ripping to Johnson, that's about as good as it gets.
No, that's really good, and that's pretty good coverage there by Ford. I mean, he's locked up with him, and Johnson, he just, you know, there are certain, you see he goes up and makes a play on the ball, and, you know, we talked about Andre Johnson. Those are the plays that he made with the Texans, and now you've got, you know, Colin Johnson who's making this play up that sideline and just with good coverage goes up and makes the contested catch, and that's what these coaches are looking to see.
Well, Colin was on the practice squad last year. He's 6'6", 220. Played at Texas. The Bears call a timeout. They're down to 1. And what a throw that was from Brett Rippon. Pressure on Rippon, able to unload for another first down grab as Dante Pettis, longtime NFL player, makes the grab for 11. Khalil Davis was coming with pressure on that one, but Rippon just got it away. First down.
I've been impressed with what Rippon's been able to do. He's got 2 incompletions, and both of those were drops. He's thrown some good balls.
Rippon, end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tommy Sweeney.
Chicago with a touchdown.
And Rippon celebrates on his way down the field. A 22-yard touchdown strike to Tommy Sweeney.
Well, Tommy Sweeney, you're going to see him right here. He does an excellent job. It's a stick and go like we saw earlier, and, you know, just a lot of blown coverages and not carrying the tight end up the field. And, you know, Rippon once again delivering a good ball.
Rippon, 2 touchdown passes, just 2 incompletions. And Santos makes this a 3-point game again. Our director, Derek Mobley, showed Keenan Allen celebrating. What an ad he is. 6-time Pro Bowl receiver. Traded a 4th-round pick to get him. Career high 108 catches last year. He can still do it. Put him with DJ Moore, who just got a contract extension, and Rome Odunze, number 9 pick, and Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift. There's a lot in this Chicago offense.
Yeah, no, I think what Ryan Poles has done in building this roster is really impressive. And Keenan Allen, you talk to anybody who coached him with the Chargers, they all say the same
Chicago
thing.
keeping it close.
Turner, of course, was there with him, and there's just not many that
17-14, second quarter, 46 seconds left.
Understand leverage from a defensive player and how to get open. And I think his style, it really complements DJ Moore. And you think back to that year last year, they really did not get much out of that passing game. And they've got to be better, and I believe they will be with Caleb Williams. But DJ Moore really had to carry the load in the passing game, and now you bring in Keenan Allen, and again Odunze, who I really like from college. He could have gone to some teams and been the number 1 guy. He's going to be the 3rd guy here with a chance to be a really good player for a long time as well.
Texans scored a touchdown, and then the Bears come back, right back, score a touchdown on them.
Starting field position is
I've just been working on getting the theme, all set up right now.
Johnson returns it for the Texans, and he's out to the 26-yard line, where with 40 seconds left, the Texans offense will set up, and we'll see how D'Amico Ryans and company want to play it as Case Keenum goes back to work. One of the biggest wins the Texans had over the offseason was keeping Bobby Slowick. their offensive coordinator. He had multiple head coaching job interviews. He stayed, and that means more development with him and C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, a lot of continuity. I will say, Joe, if it had been up to me, he wouldn't be the coordinator right now. I was pushing him for a head coaching job. He's going to get a job. Maybe it'll be after this season. Who knows? But talked to a lot of people who he's been on the staff with. And
Texans go to run, smothered in the backfield.
An awfully bright future, and what a job he did do last year.
Studied under Kyle Shanahan, and now he is showing what he can do with Houston as J.J. Taylor is brought down by Daniel Hardy. And we are at the half unofficially, but Houston shows no inclination to run a play, and this is going to be an entertaining first half with kickoffs galore, dynamic ones at that, and a 3-point game.
So I noticed, okay, they changed up the kickoff dramatically, but they still have the punt the same way. So these guys still punt the ball from wherever they punt. So if they're down to the 1 yard line and punt the ball, the other team has all that room to get up to speed and smoke somebody. So I'm really not sure why they would change the kickoff and not alter the punt along with it.
They're doing a great job.
You said one of the most exciting things for you about being here is getting to see your former teammate Andre Johnson get enshrined into the Hall. Why does that mean so much to you?
It means so much to me because I know the type of man that Andre is. Everybody knows the player, but also it's the person. He's a genuine person, very caring.
And I'm down for that. I mean,
I just love Dre, and I'm happy that he was able.
The NFL is one of the most violent.
Well deserved.
What I mean by violent is the impacts that you take are some of the most vicious in any sport.
Of the year. What a coach. What a coach, what a year. All-State halftime is coming your way next.
Yes, it is. Welcome to the All-State Halftime with Jason Kelsey still in the beret, Ryan Clark alongside. High-scoring first half in a game where admittedly the starters aren't going.
Justin Herbert has plantar fascia injury.
But Ryan, if we go back
Chargers quarterback expected to be ready.
Really of your life, how would you
Terry Cohen tells Jets he is retiring.
Myself at that time,
running back was
picked up the day right before
Terry
Cohen preseason, but because most starters didn't even wear pads, I played the entire second half. I had opportunities to make tackles in the open field, play special teams, and the next week,
Clyde Edwards, Hilaire reveals PTSD
struggles. And without this game, without guys like Jason, who become future Hall of Famers, sitting on the sideline in T-shirts,
Geno Smith set for testing on injuries.
To a ton of guys who are out there tonight.
Yeah. When you're that
dealing
guy,
with
you're
hip
the
and
star.
knee,
you're one of the leaders of the team, but you're there
and
you're
knee
cheering on the guys. Explain what that's like, just to watch these guys that are truly fighting for opportunities to have jobs.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's
Judge tosses $4.7 billion Sunday ticket verdict.
Does at least none that I've played, and you just heard it from D'Amico Ryans, a guy that I played with in Philadelphia. He was one of the pinnacles of teammates. The first thing he said, he's excited for the young guys to go out there and play today. And then he talks about Andre Johnson, his former teammate, going into the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And I think you look at all of these guys today are having an opportunity to realize their dreams. Mm-hmm. Some of them are rookies getting their first chance to play in the NFL. Some of them are veterans that have been trying to get
for women's
squad, fighting tooth and nail.
Women's, I think she's a swimmer.
And they get to go out there and
has broken the all-time medals record for women.
And it's so poignant that it all takes place at the Hall of Fame, where a bunch of guys live the pinnacle of the dream in the NFL. And it's just a special game, and it's awesome to see these guys go out there and do the thing.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. If you haven't done so yet, please be sure to hit that thumbs up for us.
UDFA leave you. I think the fire of what made you great there and here.
Well, I was certainly hoping to see more people.
It's exactly the same thing now. And I think sometimes it almost gets you in trouble because there are times that people aren't doubting you, that people are supporting you.
No, dude, we know you're good.
Right,
you got an Emmy.
But you still feel like, okay, I have to go out and prove it. But that's what football does for you. It breeds something within you that's different. It breeds the competition. It breeds the ability to overcome adversity, but it also teaches you how to be a teammate. And I think that's what's so cool about tonight for us as well. We welcome a new teammate that has this star-studded career doing something else into this, and now we have to embrace him. And the hopes are the things I learned from being that undrafted guy who had to be a better teammate than he was player at time continue throughout my life.
Yeah, but it's instructive. Like this, are these people that are going to be playing on Sundays and Monday nights on the biggest stage? Maybe, maybe not. But they're out there. They're trying to prolong that dream, trying to put in that work to make that dream a reality. We will continue here at halftime as Adam Schefter will join us. The reality of this game is that there will be injuries. How might they impact the preseason and even perhaps the regular season? That's next here at halftime.
You're watching the All-State Halftime.
If you're new to the channel, guys, we are your streaming dynamic duo, Fat Man and Ruben.
I'm a rusty old boat hitch, and I am barely hanging on
To the Fat Mobile.
And while we're still miles from the lake, I'm gonna launch auto insurance and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
I know you want to be Fat Man. I realize that.
And elevate our performance.
But then don't be talking you're like you mean.
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Welcome back to the All-State Halftime.
Back on the All-State Halftime Show, senior NFL insider Adam Schefter is here, and I said it leading into the show, man. Like this is like regular season news because this is a game where injuries are going to impact everything, and there were a number of them today. Where do you start?
And injuries are always the one thing you want to avoid in the preseason. The Tennessee Titans have been unable to do that. Their star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins suffered a knee injury in practice, and it looks like he's going to miss the remainder of the preseason. They're hoping to get him back for the regular season opener against the Chicago Bears, who are in action tonight. We'll see if they can get him back. If they can't, obviously players like Treylon Burks will have to step up in his absence. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Chargers star quarterback Justin Herbert is dealing with plantar fascia in his right foot. He's going to be in a walking boot for the next 2 weeks, and then the team is going to hope to ramp him up back to play with the hope that he can be ready for the opener. They think he'll be ready, but you're talking about an injury, Scott, that could linger throughout the course of the season. Very uncomfortable, very painful, and there is the schedule.
All right, so do something here. Fat man. 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 Yeah, we're at home, aren't we? Good deal. Yeah. Yeah, we haven't come out of it yet.
Tonight's
All right,
first
we're
half
just coming
highlights
off.
are presented by Target. Here we are on a Thursday night in Canton, Ohio, and the introduction of the 2024 Hall of Fame induction class. David Hester, one of 3 players that spent some time with the Chicago Bears. Bears fans in attendance. The
Batman!
Overhead for the flyover.
Batman!
Williams getting dusted
Batman!
off. We're seeing plenty of good offense.
Batman!
Davis Mills and Brett Rippon.
Batman! Batman!
Throws and catches. Touchdown here to Cam Akers. And really a very well-played first half. Target for everything back to school. Target has your back. Three-point game with the Texans about to kick away. And we are trying out the holder again as Tommy Townsend, who is a former Kansas City Chief, 2-time world champion, and now punting on a 2-year deal.
So the 12th man on the field
will hold it and then get off the field. He's the 12th player out there for the Texans, and a return by Jackson, his second of the game, and he is dumped near the 32, but a flag is down on the play. We've seen 2 flags on kick returns so far tonight. And John Hussey will sort through it. Townsend gives away, forgot the tee, but gives away.
Didn't forget the wave. Player left early. They have elected to decline this foul. First down.
So player took off early again as everybody tries to settle into this new kickoff situation. The dynamic kickoff, as they're calling it in the NFL. And I said to John Hussey before the game, it's going to kind of get to be like baseball with splicing together tape to see if a runner from third left before the catch is made in the outfield, if they're tagging and trying to score from third base. As Rippon is able to complete that pass, we're underway in the second half.
Well, if tonight is any indication, you're right. I mean, that's what we've seen here tonight, is that they're going to have to work through that, and I don't think anybody wants.
Hey, you want to call a football game?
So maybe that becomes
I gotta use the bathroom.
I'm not sure, but they don't want to see penalties on every kickoff, because someone's leaving early, but that's what we have seen tonight.
Here's one over the middle, and a nice spinning grab is made into Texans territory by Bates, and a gain of 20. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck, the Hall of Famer, in his jacket. Troy Aikman, and for a first half on August 1st, that was a pretty clean game that we've seen.
It was very much so, and you've got some of these quarterbacks who came out, and they're playing with a lot of young guys. Typically in the first preseason game, it's not pretty at all. They've looked really well, and there's only been 2 accepted penalties in the first half, which is really impressive for the first preseason game.
Here is a toss to Demetric Felton. He was just added. So, yeah, we've seen Cam Akers added after camp started. Now Felton, who was added just this past week. So, we're ramping up fast for these two teams. But like you said, they're young teams. They get an extra game, and so they can ease into the preseason. That's why we're not seeing any starters play in this game.
That's right, and I think that even though we're not seeing the starters and we're not seeing Caleb Williams, the fact that these two teams are playing in this game, they reported earlier to training camp than everybody else. So at the end of the day, they are getting more work than the other teams, which I think is only a positive for someone like Caleb.
Here's this combination again. Colin Johnson on the receiving end, and Brett Rippon throwing another good pass. Troy Pride was in coverage, but you just can't throw it or catch it any better than this.
No, I mean, the coverage, you can't do any more in coverage either on both of these catches that Colin Johnson has been able to make. He's just gone up over the top at his size. I mean, clearly they're taking advantage of that. He's going to be taller than any corner he goes up against, but he goes up and makes a play, and so he's going to...
He might still be holding it between his forearm.
Russell Yerk chimes in from his little perch over there, and we're going to get a challenge here. So we're seeing a little bit of everything, and it looks like D'Amico Ryans is going to challenge.
Well, Yerk's gotten comfortable in a hurry, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Field of a completed catch.
Yeah, here they're definitely looking to see where if he lost control of that ball before he hits the ground.
So the call is complete pass, and the challenge from the Texans sideline. They've seen a lot of Colin Johnson. This time, did he secure this ball going to the ground? We'll get the call when we come back.
They just showed it. Yeah, I seen it. It certainly looked like a catch to me. Yeah, I was gonna say, for what it looked like to me, there's not enough visual evidence to overturn it.
review, the receiver did not control the ball while
Oh, they're going to call it.
The incomplete pass. Houston
Wow.
Challenge. Therefore, by rule, they now have 2 challenges remaining. 3rd down.
We welcome in Russell Yerk officially. It's not official till you see him. This is Russell Yerk, who is going to join us for this year and beyond, helping us with rule interpretations. And what a year to have you with this new dynamic kickoff. It's going to be fun to see how this all unfolds.
It's an exciting year, and it's such an honor to join Monday Night Football and to work with both of you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's an NFL vice president of instant replay formerly, and now he's with ESPN.
Yeah, no, it's great to have him, and he's already gotten comfortable. I mean, if you got something to say on TV, you just jump in there and do it.
That's right.
You know, I like that. You're aggressive.
Don't wait.
I'm going to sit over here and drink my tea. You have at it. You want to?
You got it.
Be the analyst.
So they will overturn the call. Still a great effort by Johnson, and the throw by Rippon. And now, good job by Rippon as he ends up buying time. And a catch and run by Brendan Bates, who is upended, but a big play and a gain of 27. Here are some of the other notable rule changes. We just saw one of them. Teams now receive a 3rd challenge if they're successful on one of their first 2. Ruling of a passer down by contact or out of bounds before throwing a pass is now reviewable. And Lonnie Johnson Jr. is down on the field and getting looked at after being involved in that tackle on Bates. So they check on Lonnie Johnson Jr. We'll have his status when we come back.
You don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
It's still a pretty good day. Whoa, hold on.
What have you done? I borrowed some adamantium from your claws, and I made it something special. Yeah.
Heineken Silver. All the taste, no bitter ending.
Introducing Milo's Rewards, the new way to unlock savings from the palm of your hand. With every purchase, all loyalty members earn points toward Milo's money. Plus, you get free gifts and free shipping. The all-new Milo's Rewards program is here. Download the app to join, earn, and save today.
NFL Kickoff Weekend, presented by YouTube TV, begins Thursday, September 5th on NBC. Then, tune in Friday to Peacock for the first ever game in Sao Paulo. Week 1 then continues Sunday on CBS, Fox, and NBC, and concludes Monday on ESPN and ABC. Stream games live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
Back in civilian life, I wear a toupee. But nobody knows. Everybody knows. Go, 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 go.
Nice fake o'clock shadow.
It's a summer balayage.
It's a toupee.
It's a hair system.
I love your hair system, Wade.
Thank you. Rated R.
For everybody concerned, that's a great sight. Lonnie Johnson Jr. in his second stint with the Texans, able to get up and walk off the field after that hit as he ran into Brandon Hill in on that tackle of Brendan Bates. And that completion for Brett Rippon gets the ball down to the 14-yard line as D'Amico Ryans is watching his second and third string defenders try to come up with an answer for number 11. Here is Demetric Felton. He is able to bounce it. The former Cleveland Brown is down inside the 10. Brandon Hill missed a tackle along the way, and that's a 6-yard carry for Felton.
Yeah, this is good, tough running. You mentioned Brett Rippon and what he's done, Joe. He's 10 of 13, and we saw that drop that got overturned by Colin Johnson. The 3 incompletions that he's had have all been in the receiver's hands. I mean, he's not made a poor decision yet, and he's delivered the ball with accuracy, and he has really looked sharp here tonight.
2nd down and 4 with the ball inside the 10. Good protection. There's Johnson, and can't make that spinning one-handed grab going out of bounds. Covered well by Troy Pride.
That's a good idea. Johnson, he gets on top of the defender this time, and if Rippon had anticipated that, lead him up towards the pylon, that's where Johnson was expecting it. He's trying to go back shoulder, and just a little too much in him trying to come back and make a play on the ball.
Is there any doubt that the Bears, who are going to be featured on Hard Knocks this year, the recap of this game will be Liev Schreiber talking about Brett Rippon.
All right, here we go. Bears knocking on the door. 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4. End zone.
Touchdown! Yeah, baby!
Colin Johnson and Liev.
Look out there, H-Town!
And Brett Rippon, what a body of work tonight. 9-yard touchdown. And Colin Johnson is making a statement here tonight.
Yeah, really good, because Johnson, when he releases, he's inside of the defender, and he knows, of course, that he's going to then take it to the back pylon. He's got to be able to work through that. You see he's on the left of the screen, and he's got to work through that over the top. Defender's expecting him to continue on the crossing route. He comes back out in the anticipated throw by Rippon. That's good execution by those two, and it has been throughout this game.
More touchdown throws tonight for Rippon than he's had in a season. The 6th-year pro from Boise State. Rippon tonight, 11 for 15, 166. 3 touchdowns, no picks. And Colin Johnson, Keenan Allen loves it. 3 catches, 56 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he's going to be a star on HBO coming up.
Yeah, all right.
IHOP. $5 all-you-can-eat pancakes are back at IHOP for a limited time. Or free with select combo purchase. Only at IHOP.
Yep, sounds good. Later.
Well, this has been a highly entertaining game, and the Bears are now on top. 21-17, much to their delight. I assume they're happy here, supporting their franchise. And a 4-point lead. So the Bears will kick it away, and the Texans wait deep. It's going to be a fun outfit to wear on a muggy night. J.J. Taylor is back there waiting, and this one is down in the end zone. So where does the ball come out, you ask? Well, if it hits first in the end zone and is downed. It comes out to the 30-yard line. Ball will stay alive in the end zone now until it's down by a player or goes out of bounds. The ball comes out to the 20 if the kick lands in the landing zone and then is downed in the end zone. And as we're having here, comes out to the 30 if the ball hits first in the end zone. So these kickers are aiming for that landing zone between the 20 and the goal line, as the penalty is rather severe for driving it into the end zone or out of the back of the end zone. So from the 30, good starting field position. Gerard Jordan in the backfield for the first time tonight. And he gets it over the right side. And well played by the Chicago defensive front, but a penalty flag flies back just inside the 40. And a hold is the indication from John Hussey against Houston.
Hussey's got to get that mic working.
Offense number 26. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. First down.
All right, let's check in as Skoranek is guilty of the hold. Check in with Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Joe. Caleb, thank you so much for joining us. You said earlier in the week you were hoping to be able to play in this game. Coach had other plans, but what did you want to show if you had been able to get out here tonight?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on the football field, since November 18th. And so, you know, being able to get out here and play a game, that time is coming soon. We just got I think a sack fumble. They recovered it, but you know, just to get back out here, get back on the field. I told Coach how, you know, exciting it feels to be back out on the field finally, and so, and that was just for warm-ups, let alone just getting out here to play.
Yeah, the team said that they really challenged you to really level up, to come into training camp ready to roll. Where would you say that you have grown the most since first walking into the building in the spring?
Yeah, I would say within our protection game, I would say I've grown the most. You know, flipping protections, making checks, getting us out of stuff. I think I've gotten a lot better with that. It's still progressing, still growing.
And what your teammates and coaches say they love about you is your willingness to learn. And you yourself have talked about just adjusting to new things on the pro level, even like the evening walkthroughs.
Yeah.
Just tell us how something as simple as that, getting used to the evening walkthroughs, kind of forced you to kind of grow and adjust.
Yeah, it's you know, a lot of it. I mean, football isn't new to me, but a lot of this is new to me, and so just progressing, you know, soaking up all the information that I can, progressing, like you said, through the evening walkthroughs even, because those will build the championship, you know, habits and things like that throughout time, and so just the process of being that I'm in, the position that I'm in, is I'm so grateful, but I also want to soak up all the information and grow from it.
We cannot wait to see you play. Have a great rookie season.
Awesome, thank you.
Joe.
Lisa, thank you. Caleb was named the starter by Matt Eberflus 15 days after he was drafted.
What took him so long?
I mean, there's no drama.
Seriously.
There is no drama. This is his job. #1 overall pick. Heisman Trophy winner a couple of seasons ago. And you can just tell in the answers that maturity, and he is raring to go. Fair catch by Dante Pettis after a 49-yard punt. Matt Eberflus and Caleb Williams, the combo the Bears fans are hoping will bring.
Bears lead it 21-17. 3 minutes in the third quarter, 9 minutes 51 seconds.
Whoa, hold on. What have you done? I borrowed some adamantium from your claws, and I made it something special. Yeah.
Heineken Silver. All the taste, no bitter endings.
Introducing Milo's Rewards, the new way to unlock savings from the palm of your hand. With every purchase, all loyalty members earn points toward Milo's money.
I don't know all of them yet, Kenneth.
The all-new Milo's Rewards program.
I guess the kickoff thing, it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense of why they're doing it.
They hold dreams and hope for children. This week,
we'll have to wait and see. You know, are we going to have punt returns for touchdowns? Is it going to bring it, or a punt kickoff returns for touchdowns? Is it?
We were building excitement.
You know, those kinds of things. I mean, obviously they're trying to stop the guys from getting hurt.
5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Your
But they're
now with NFL Plus Premium. Get access and coverage to all 40
but there again,
games. See the future stars shine
they didn't change anything for the punt return.
NFL preseason with NFL Plus
and those guys can get a pretty good head of steam in the punt return.
This ship is heaven. Doctor, it's your job to keep everybody alive.
Clear. Come on.
I could tell you got beat energy.
Caleb Williams went to USC in Oklahoma. Horns down still. Fight on. Yeah. And my signing bonus is 25.5.
Such a great reaction by Tyson Bagent, who was undrafted out of college when Caleb said how much he got as a bonus.
Yeah, he could, right? He was having a seizure thinking about it. You know, he's hoping that one day he might be able to make that in his career. But at times have changed. Thank you, networks, for some of these signing bonuses the players are now getting.
That clip will air in August on HBO's Hard Knocks training camp with the Chicago Bears. Shannon Furman and crew will do their usual tremendous job putting that together and telling the story.
Definitely got to watch that.
This young team. It reminds
Sorry, guys, for me getting all quiet. I was actually putting together the NFL. Here, I'll just show you what I was doing.
As Austin Reed, undrafted out of college, takes over at quarterback and hands off to Felton. And I talk about the Red Sox, and you talk about the curse of the Bambino, and it's been 86 years, and you just know that every Red Sox fan is throwing stuff at their TV like, will you shut up? We know we haven't won since 1918. Well, for the Bears, they're tired of hearing about the quarterback numbers and rookie quarterbacks and searching for that franchise quarterback and not having a 4,000-yard passer. And, you know, there's a lot of history that's on Caleb Williams, but it seems like if there's somebody that's able to handle it in a big city, that's the young man that can do it.
Yeah, I think so. And, you know, we talked about the weapons that he's going to have. I think if Caleb Williams can stay healthy, I do believe he'll throw for well over 4,000 yards, and he's going to bring something to this team. I'm excited for him, and I know that what happened last year at USC, you know, there's a lot of talk. Can he play within the structure of an offense? He was always trying to create plays and held the ball a lot and all that. I believe he can. I've seen it at times. And I think last year he was probably just trying to do too much. He was playing behind a poor defense. The offensive line was shaky. He didn't have the same receivers he had in his second year when he won the Heisman Trophy. And I just think he's a special
there you go.
Talent, and I'm really optimistic on what kind of career he's going to have.
Here.
Offense number 68, 5-yard penalty.
That was the center, Doug Kramer, who was rocking.
I just set it up, the
NFL.com
Ryan
Bates
interactive.
And Shelton. Meanwhile, you look at the college career of Caleb Williams, and the numbers are astounding. And as you said, what he can do, as they say, off schedule with his legs and create plays. I'm not going to make any comparisons, but special talent, no doubt.
Gotta go back to pass over the middle.
Pass underneath.
Caught, still on his feet.
Survived one hit, but he's going to be brought down a yard short of a first down to bring up fourth down.
You know, the Bears.
That'd be fourth.
You look at them, Joe.
Where are they at?
All they have to do is look.
But I do notice the NFL one here.
And know that everything
doesn't really seem like it's wanting to.
And anything can happen because a rookie quarterback last year in C.J. Stroud. D'Amico Ryans comes in, of course, as a first-time head coach, new offensive coordinator. They were able to just get some career performances by some young players, but C.J. Stroud is the guy who made it happen. And they win a playoff game, they win the division, a lot of good things to build on as they go into this year. And all that can happen to Chicago. I mean, they have that type of roster, and obviously a lot of it will hinge on how well Caleb Williams plays as a rookie.
Here is J.J. Taylor on the return. A flag comes down after a good punt by Corliss Waitman of 52 yards. And flags are down.
What the heck?
Illegal block in the back, receiving team number 88. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. First down.
So a timeout, that'll move the Texans back 10 yards closer to their end zone. The Chicago Bears on display here tonight. It's been a fun game. Chicago up 4 here in Canton.
Am I a bad person? Tell me, am I? I have no empathy. I don't respect you. I have an obsession with power. I'm obsessive. I have zero remorse. I have no sense of compassion. I'm delusional. I'm maniacal. You think I'm a bad person, am I? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Am I? I think I'm better than everyone else. I want to take what's yours and never give it back. Am I a bad person? Tell me. Am I? Does that make me a bad person? Tell me, does it?
At Ace, our buckets hold so much more than paint. They hold dreams and hope for children. This weekend, make a $5 donation and get a 5-gallon bucket plus 20% off almost anything that fits inside it.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
What a wonderful atmosphere. Nos ponemos las pilas, arranca el partido.
Another chapter in this remarkable fairy tale season. The old and bitter enemies clashing again.
La liga más grande que tiene el fútbol, la Liga de España. ¡A la Madrid!
Houston's ball as they trail by 4. And the drive will start at the 11 after the penalty on the punt. We're going to hear from Will Anderson Jr. after a play. As the Houston Texans did last year, what the New York Jets did the previous year, which is have the Offensive Rookie of the Year, the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Just had it with Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson, and Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud took home those honors from what they did last season. As a handoff here is to Jordan. And he doesn't get anything, and we'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Joe. Will, you made the Pro Bowl as a rookie. You were the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Just how do you top that, what you did last season? How do you top it this season?
Yeah, it's just never being satisfied. Like, those accolades are great, man, but, you know, the ultimate goal is always the Super Bowl. But right now, man, we're just focused on stacking. It's not about me. It's
there
about
we
the
go.
team.
Now it's back to
how
normal. Sorry about that.
Every day, what are we doing to get better, and how are we building our
Not
foundation?
sure.
I know that you worked out with Myles Garrett in the offseason. You still send clips to J.J. Watt so that he can give you advice. Just what part of your game do you want to be even better this season?
Yeah, man, it's a blessing to have those guys in my life, man. And just one part of my game that I think I want to get better at is my pass rush. And I missed a lot of sacks, just not finishing at the top of my rush. And that's just been one of my pro goals this year, just finishing at the top of the rush, getting extension, and making the sacks.
Daniil Hunter has said, one of your new teammates, he said that what he loves about you is just how you listen. Just what have you been able to learn from Daniil so far?
Man, Daniil is such a great guy, man. He's great. He's been a great addition to our team. He's been a blessing to our room, man. And just working my hands with him, that's one of the biggest things that I see about him in his game. Is how good he is with his hands. He's constantly working his hands, and that's one thing that I'm trying to take from this game to put into my arsenal.
Now, the Texans are not going to surprise anybody this season. You know that. So with expectations so high, just what goals have you personally set for yourself?
Yeah, right now my biggest thing is just being a great leader. you know, all the other goals will fall into place that I have for myself. But right now, I just want to be a great leader, be a blessing to my teammates, help the young rookies, because I was in that position last year, and just, you know, making sure we're coming together as one. So when we step out on the field Sunday, we're all together and we're balling and having fun.
And you feel like an old vet?
Yeah, I do actually. I actually do. I got guys coming up to me now, so I'm like, oh, let me just embrace this role now.
All right, we'll have a great season, Will.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Joe.
Yeah, Lisa, I mean, with as much recognition as Anderson got, he still kind of gets overshadowed playing with C.J. Stroud. He's like C.J. in a lot of ways. Great tools, serious, loves the game, trying to get better always.
All right, so
he felt he needed to add some weight, so he put
Chicago leading 21-17 in the third.
This is
6:14 left to
here
play.
With Tim Boyle in a quarterback.
Like we're going to have a flag on the play.
You know, they mentioned that you mentioned the weight that he's put on it. You know, I've heard anywhere from 15
start on
to
the
25
offense.
pounds, but you know, he talks about how he wants to be a leader, and that's exactly what he was from day one. Coming in as a rookie, he was voted a captain, and he just does everything right. The consummate pro. And you know, we've talked a little bit about Ryan Poles and what he's done for Chicago as the general manager. Nick Caserio, he's been outstanding as well. And that draft class, when you get a franchise quarterback and you get an edge rusher like they got in that draft, boy, you are off and running. No surprise they had the year they had.
Handoff is to Jordan as we are coming up on 6 minutes left in the quarter. The star rookies, that's as good as it gets. Second overall pick, third overall pick. The rookie record for sacks. Guy who led the NFL in touchdown to interception ratio. And two guys that seem very incentivized to get even better in 2024.
Yeah, and I think in this year's crop of rookies, they've got a starter that appears in Kamari Lassiter opposite of Derek Stingley, having an outstanding camp himself.
What a good catch by Skoranek. Had to reach back and one-handed made that grab. We saw Skoranek with the Rams, who was running routes and then for a while carrying the football as a running back. As you can see, the rain starts to fall here in Canton. But even with the ball being a little bit slick, Skoranek made that nice grab. However, it's fourth down.
Yeah, they made the trade. Caserio made the trade for him, brought him in. I thought it was a good pickup, a good guy to take a look at and see what he's able to do. When he was with the Rams, had a pretty good year there in 22 when they lost some key players at the wide receiver position. And Skoranek, he kind of took over for Cooper Kupp, did a lot of the same type of stuff. But as we've talked about, that's going to be a tough one to crack for this Texans roster when you're fighting for a spot at wide receiver.
There's the punt by Townsend. And Pettis cannot make the catch. A muffed punt, and now the fight for the football inside the 40. It looks like it's Houston's ball, and it is.
It just goes right through his arms, and Texans right there in order to recover it. We talked about that first half, how clean that was, and then you know, you mentioned it a moment ago, Joe. The second half has been more along the lines of what you would expect to see here on the first preseason game of the year.
The receiver fumbled the ball, muffed the ball, correction. The offense recovered, first down.
Well, we see the rain falling right now, and we know there are thunderstorms bearing down on our location right now as Frank Ross has got his group fired up on the sideline as J.J. Taylor came up with the fumble recovery. And in case you want to know what's coming up weather-wise, I'm not a meteorologist, but that doesn't look good.
Does not look good. And speaking of Frank Ross getting fired up, he got me a little fired up the other day on our call with him. He was pretty entertaining.
He was great.
They're getting these special teams coaches an opportunity to be heard from. And, you know, Joe Avisano was with the Dallas Cowboys for a long time. Great special teams coach. And he used to get so upset that he never got asked to be in a production meeting. That's all changed this year.
It sure is. It's changing. And Frank, I mean, you know why. There were 10 guys out on the field here offensively for the Texans, so they use a timeout. But for Frank and Richard Hightower on the other side, these are special teams coaches that are communicating throughout training camp, and they're getting on calls. They're not sharing film, let's say, but they're comparing notes as they try to put together how to navigate this new NFL kickoff rule.
Yeah, and I think a few of them are going to get some NIL deals before this thing's over.
Is that what you think? Okay, good. 4.5 to go in quarter number 3, and play action from Boyle. He throws, and incomplete, well covered by the Bears, as Johnny Johnson III was the intended target. 2nd and 10. Well, Tim Boyle played at Eastern Kentucky. We've seen him at different stops around the NFL. His 5th year, he's 29 years old. There's 3 games with the Jets last year, made 2 starts. Threw for 360 yards, a touchdown, 4 interceptions. Second down and 10. Handoff to Jordan over the right side, and he's going to lose 2. As Cowart comes up to make the stop.
Now, I think you get to this point in this game, as you mentioned, with the rain falling and fans have begun to leave. Whether or not we get this game played throughout, we'll find out. But I think these coaches, I think it's been a good look as far as what we've seen from some of these young players there in that first half. Pretty clean. Got a chance to get them on film, evaluate it, coach it up this next week, but see if they can't get out of here without suffering any injuries.
3rd down and 12. Boyle is out to his right and incomplete on that throw to British Brooks. Brooks, a rookie from North Carolina, and a frustrating possession for the Texans after recovering that muff punt.
Well, it gets tough. You see Tim Boyle and some of the frustration on his face, and I understand it that, here's a guy who's been in the league for a while. He comes in here in the second half towards the end of the 3rd quarter, and, he's with a lot of guys who, are still learning the playbook and trying to figure it out and how to play, and yet he wants to look good, and it is really tough on him.
Here is a 58-yard try by Fairbairn, and it's wide right. And that'll keep this a 4-point game. We are that light blue dot, and there is lightning in the area that we can see from the broadcast booth with 3:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bears lead by 4.
Your season starts now with NFL Plus Premium. Get access and coverage to all 49 preseason games. See the future stars shine bright. Watch the NFL preseason with NFL Plus Premium. Sign up today.
Do you need more?
Yeah, it seems like he's starting to really pick it up, too. Yeah, I don't know, Cole. Sorry, I just seen your guys' messages. I'm putting together the interactive a little bit different, so it's not using browser sources.
FedEx Cup playoffs on ESPN+.
It's what we're chasing after the whole year. It doesn't matter how well you play all season. The playoffs, it's crunch time.
That's perfect.
In the zone.
FedEx Cup playoffs start here. FedEx Cup playoffs start here.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. With our groundbreaking Elemax technology, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience. At X-Chair, we've got our eye on the future of work, so you can focus on the present. Visit xchair.com to find out how you can own an X-Chair for only $20 a month. xchair.com.
This will be the last moment you ever think of soda as being a dirty word. Soda! Because this is Poppy, and Poppy is soda. It tastes like soda, even better than others. It looks like soda, smells like soda, and fizzes like soda. Because it is soda. It will be the soda your kids and grandkids think of when they think of soda. And that's because this soda has none of the bad stuff. Instead, it has all of the flavor. The future of soda is now, and it's called Poppy.
This is a story about the one. The untrained eye may not see the one as extraordinary, but her goals aren't easy. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. She is extraordinary. Because for the one, maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need plus 1 million more. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Well, the inevitable tonight will be notable for a pretty well played first half and the new dynamic kickoff rules. This was the first one that was returned by Steven Sims. Nobody can move until the ball is touched or is downed and hits the ground. That's the action between the two teams that are lined up with 5 yards difference. We've seen penalties. We saw a 12th man. You saw pulling the kicking tee off the field. We've seen a little bit of everything here tonight. And then we saw a ball that was downed in the end zone. First touched in the end zone. That means it comes out to the 30 in 2024 and beyond. This is a one-year experiment as of now. One guy who, well, is going into the Hall of Fame on Saturday because of what he could do. You talk about dynamic kick return. Devin Hester provided that time and time again in his career in the NFL, and he's standing by with Laura Rutledge.
With Devin Hester, one of the greatest return men of all time, I got to get your take on this new kickoff rule. What you've seen so far, what do you think?
I'm watching it, man. I'm surprised that we're not seeing no big runs. You know, that's shocking. You know what I mean? But, hey, this is the first season, first game. So I'm figuring a lot of coaches are going to evaluate this game and try to figure out what they can do to utilize to get some more big plays in there. But right now, it's kind of shaky right now. But who knows? First game, we'll see.
Does it give you an itch to get back out there and start running one back?
Oh, yeah, most definitely, because I want to try. I want to experience the new rule and get a feel of it. But, hey, it's past my time. Hopefully some of these guys can go out and utilize their opportunity because they're going to get opportunities to get returns now. That's the beauty of putting this new rule in, so hopefully we'll see some big returns.
Your mom, Juanita Brown, is going to be introducing you on Saturday. Why was it important for you to have her here with you?
Because I feel like she was the most important part of my life and the journey that I took to get here.
She said a prayer for you before and after every single game. Do you remember what?
I'll get that back up here in a second.
Protect me from all hurt, harm, and injuries, and to play the best of my ability and just make sure that I come out with the victory and that I walk away the game without no serious injuries.
Prayers answered, and now you're a Hall of Famer. What will it be like to be up there, to get the gold jacket, to see the bust revealed?
It's going to be an honor, you know, just to be, as a kid, growing up in Florida and to get an opportunity to be on the national stage. Not only that, but to get the best award in the NFL history, and that's making the Hall of Fame. It's no other award you can get outside of this. This is the last award, and for me to be able to get it, it's a testimony to my career.
Well earned, Devin. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Laura, thank you very much, and thank you to Devin Hester, and congratulations. 4-time Pro Bowl selection, 3-time first-team All-Pro. He had the most career non-offensive touchdowns, had 5 kick returns for touchdowns, 14 punt returns for a touchdown, and 1 field goal return for a touchdown. And we remember Super Bowl 41 and the way that game began. And Devin Hester, his signature moment, the first and only to ever take the opening kickoff back for a touchdown in Super Bowl history.
Well, we didn't call this game, Joe, but we called a number of his games over the years, and he was electric. And, boy, take the chance if you want, but as many found out with those 20 return touchdowns that, you know, he would make you pay so often that, you know, there towards the end of his career, people were just reluctant to even give him an opportunity. Just a great career and a great honor for him going in the Hall of Fame.
In case you're wondering, tonight we've seen all these kick returns. The deepest any ball has been returned has been out to their own 32-yard line. Take a break and come back to Canton after this.
All right, so when they return, it's 21, Chicago Bears 21, the Texans 17. Yeah, it is. Back and forth. I was over on Goose's stream earlier today. He was streaming, I believe it was volleyball. Olympic volleyball. I guess it could have been badminton too. I'm not sure. But I told him that I was going to be streaming tonight's Hall of Fame game, and he's like, I don't really. He's like, I don't stream them. He's like, they're really boring, but I'll tell you, tonight's game has been excellent.
Surprised if they restart this game, but obviously no official word right now. The Bears
weather delay in the third quarter now.
A game that was really well played in the first half. Started to get a bit sloppy, and now we've got the rain and the lightning going on. Talk about notable additions and the job that's been done with this Bears offense over the last couple of years. They've got their tackles. They made the deal for DJ Moore. They made a deal for Keenan Allen. They signed DeAndre Swift. And they have Caleb Williams as their first overall pick, and the quarterback, he's already been named the starter. Rome Odunze, the 9th overall pick. When you look at that graphic and you think about the situation that Caleb Williams is walking into, very different than the one you walked into in Dallas, and just atypical because of the skill and how good this offense may very well be with the young quarterback.
Yeah, they've done him a real favor, and the trade, of course, last year is what kind of set it all up to be able to bring in DJ Moore and then still off of that have the #1 pick, and you've got what many feel is a generational talent in Caleb Williams at quarterback. So things just kind of lined up perfectly for Ryan Poles, and he's taken advantage of that. So the end of that is that you've got a young, talented rookie quarterback who steps in, who's got all the skill players, and now an offensive line that, if healthy, has an opportunity to be much improved from where they were a year ago, a defense that was ascending at the end of last season. To be much improved from where they were a year ago, a defense that was ascending at the end of last season. I mean, there's just a poised to have a really solid year.
Yeah, and you got to the defense, which after the trade for Montez Sweat, the defense got better. The stats were jumping off the page, and it just looked like this was a team that was building, and now they've added to it. A guy that would have been good, well, really at any point, and at one point was a part of the Chicago Bears defense, Julius Peppers, now a Hall of Famer and standing by with Laura Rutledge.
Julius, you were known for punishing hits, certainly, and just imposing your physical will on people. But what a lot of people talk about in your playing days is your smile.
Yeah.
Why did your love of the game fuel you?
Well, you know, it's the thing that I enjoyed the most was the friendships, the relationships, the locker room stuff, the camaraderie. So, you know, I'm just a happy person in general. So I know why a lot of guys will say that my smile is what they remember most. So, and I'm proud of that. I think it's a good thing.
I do too. It's a good thing to be remembered for either way with your career. Yeah. How did your hard work as a child, 90-degree heat, motivate you to get to the point where you are now, where you're a Pro Football Hall of Famer?
Well, the most important thing that I think that it taught me was work ethic and discipline. So that was instilled in me early, and I'm grateful for that because it brought me a long way and it brought me here.
What will it be like when you give your speech, when you put that gold jacket on, the fanfare around everything happening Saturday here?
Well, right now, I feel pretty good about it. I'm pretty comfortable with it. All of the Hall of Famers telling me that when I get up here on the stage, it's going to be different and the emotions is going to hit me. So I'm just hopeful that I can get through it and just keep myself together.
It's okay if you shed a tear, okay?
I mean, I'm not known to be an emotional guy like that, but if it's a time to do it, I think this may be the time.
Congratulations, Julius.
Thank you so much.
Joe.
Laura, you talk about a tremendous athlete. That's exactly what Julius Peppers was. 3-time first-team All-Pro, Panthers all-time leader in sacks and forced fumbles. Played for the Packers as well, played for the Chicago Bears. And just a force to be reckoned with. Welcome you inside our broadcast booth once again, and nice enough on this rainy, stormy night in Canton to come over and join us. Kevin Warren, who is the president and CEO of the Chicago Bears, and Ryan Poles, who you should be doing victory laps with the job that you've done with this roster. Kevin, I'll start with you. You've got a big project ahead of you, and I guess the main question that everybody wants to hear an answer to is, where is the stadium project, and how do you handicap?
Oh, I'm sure I'm sure some of them have there, Ken.
That's exactly where I thought we would be at this point in time. These are massive projects. We're working hand in hand.
I honestly don't know how often there's overturn in the umpires.
And still, we work on a daily basis on it. So the goal is still to be in the ground, moving dirt in 2025, hopefully open in 2028, and have a great new home.
All right, so
yeah, and have we, as we say all that,
we didn't have a huge, large crowd tonight.
We don't know that.
So sorry about not talking a lot, but I use this time to actually get the interactives working correctly.
Architecture in downtown. We are the largest landowner.
I've done them up a little bit different, so they're not running off of browsers.
It's an opportunity because we do own the land.
That way, I don't have to go in every time a game changes and put a new URL in. Have to go in and interact with them and set them right. Now, I made ESPN an app. I made NFL.com an app. And I use the app to set it up.
So you have the
experience. Works awesome.
Of getting a stadium done.
100%. I mean, U.S. Bank Stadium is still a phenomenal stadium. We've been here before. A lot of credit goes to the McCaskey family. They've given Ryan and I the support and Coach Eberflus to do what we need to get done. So we're excited about where we are, and we're focused, and we're going to keep working hard.
As you look at this team, and we'll transition to Ryan, but you got to be awfully proud with all the business that we talk about. You got to be awfully proud of the team that you guys are going to field in 2024.
I mean, exactly. I mean, work hand in hand with Ryan and Coach Eberflus and George.
We're currently under weather delay, everybody.
For us is continually build our brand, build an organization that has long-term stability, build our fan avidity, work hard. We have the best fans in the NFL, and I'm excited to continually work together to pull that together to make sure Chicago is special.
Ryan, we go to you, and we've been talking about it on the broadcast here tonight and the job that you've done since taking over as general manager and taking a roster and really building it in a short period of time. Obviously, the trade last year setting that all up, but a little luck goes a long way as well, the way it all happened and kind of fell into your lap, and you get a guy like Caleb Williams. But just talk about how you've been able to build this team over the last few years.
Yeah, it's taken some patience early on, and really I got to give credit to my staff. It's not just me, it's the whole group doing a really good job scouting, looking at different opportunities, again, to bring talent to Chicago so that we can win championships here. And to give Caleb, a rookie quarterback, weapons around him to feel comfortable to gain that confidence fast, that's a big deal, as you know.
He's got him. He's got him. You've done a good job.
So we just want to get him settled in early so he make plays, and really the thing is lean on the guys around him. You don't have to do everything immediately. So there's enough talent around him for us to get started and win some football games.
And it's got to be exciting for you as a general manager now in your third year to have the core really set up now for the next 4 years or so. You've got Caleb, obviously, Darnell Wright, your tackle, Adunze, number 9 overall pick, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And now that you have Caleb in the building, what do you see? Because I tell you, from the production meetings and just the interactions we've had with him, he seems like the kind of guy that can handle the pressure that Chicago and the Bears would put on him.
Yeah, and he's had a lot of pressure on him early on, just being a big-time recruit coming out of high school, and then elevating his game in college and being the first overall pick. But the one thing I love about him, he's very comfortable in his own skin. He's confident in his talent, and he believes in himself, and he brings people together, which fits our culture right now. We have a great locker room. The guys have fun. They compete in practice every single day, and they love each other. They spend time with each other, and that's a big deal to us.
Well, you guys should be very proud. I know a lot in the offing for you, Kevin, and Ryan. We're just putting this thing together, but looks like a fun time to be a Chicago Bear and a Chicago Bears fan. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. Hey, we did a preseason handshake, and it went well.
Thank you guys.
Nailed it.
Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. The game is not canceled. We are still in a weather delay, as we will send it to.
The game is not canceled, but still in a weather delay.
Matt Berry and Ryan Clark. Sports Center is coming your way while we dodge the raindrops and the lightning here in Ohio.
Joe Buck, you're too kind. You're in a booth there. You're protected, as is the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. And look, we waited quite a long time for football to be back.
And this is what we get.
I don't think we had a Doppler radar on our radar for the first game of the season. Nicole
That's
Briscoe,
got some
Matt Berry.
Staying power to it.
That's not going anywhere.
As you see, I think it looks a lot better. Yeah, they're still on commercial. I just turned the commercial music off. That way there ain't no chance of getting anybody's panties in a bunch over it. Oh, well, welcome back. It feels that way too, Cobe. I mean, there's been barely anybody popping in tonight. 52 views tonight. So I'd have to agree with you, my friend. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, is there? Is there other pre? I didn't even look to see how many people were actually streaming the Hall of Fame game. I'll tell you what. I wish somebody out there would. Now would be a great time to test that theory. Like when somebody gifts, uh, like the memberships, a large amount of the memberships. It seems like it starts to draw people in. YouTube then starts sending out, and you see an influx of people coming in. Because both times I've seen you donate the memberships, a large amount of memberships there, Cobe. Both times it brought a bunch of people in afterwards where I seen an influx in people all coming in at once and the concurrence going up. I haven't really seen that like with people doing super chats or super stickers, donating that way. I don't see that brings any more people into the channel, but I swear the few times that people have donated large amounts of the memberships at one time, I do see an influx. Who knows? Maybe it's just coincidental. Hopefully the stream's been okay for you guys tonight. I changed around my settings. I'm now running at 6,500 kilobits kbps instead of 3,200. I have not been getting any warning recommendations from YouTube tonight. They always recommend at least 6,000. Oh, I swear that ESPN plus the freaking commercial sound. It's playing over and over and over and over. See, it doesn't even read right unless Kent's left and David's left or H-Town unless you've taken off. Because my son watches my stream every time I stream. He enjoys watching his dad's stuff. So I know he's one of my viewers, and we're sitting at 3. Well, if Kent is here, David's here, H-Town's here, my son's here, there's at least 4, so it's got to be off and it's not reading right. Or somebody's clicking back and forth. Which is fine. I'm not going to tell somebody how to watch YouTube. Huh? H-Town says he's still here. A positive thing for tonight's stream, I mean, even though the views are low, the average view duration is really high. Average view duration for the people that are here and that have stayed here is almost 19 minutes. So that means the average view duration out of all the views that we have had has been just under 19 minutes. It's like 1848. Who's this one there? Oh, okay. Yeah, but he's only got 3 people watching himself, man. Yeah, I realize, guys and gals, it's all quiet for you, so really not sure what to do here. They're not doing commentary on the broadcast, evidently. I don't know. Go Bears. Thank you, that football player. Long time, man. Haven't seen you for a while. How you been, my friend? Hey, be sure to hit that thumbs up, guys. Baseball, if you can. Yes, I do. I certainly do remember you. Thank you for stopping and checking out my stream for the NFL. I realized like the uniform stuff didn't match the guys. They don't actually usually tell you what they're going to wear anyways. So I just have a few that I've made for each team. So I don't have like matching uniforms for every team or nothing this year. So I just choose one to put in place for each team. W in the chat for my boy, he says. Oh, are the Bears your team? Sweet. Same here, my friend. Hence the reason for the orange theme tonight. Represent. As you see, represent, baby. But I stream other games as well during the season. Tell you a highlight of my life. Well, one of the highlights of my life. Marrying my wife 28 years ago. I believe this is our 28th anniversary. Let me look. 28th anniversary tomorrow. I'll be married 28 years to my beautiful wife tomorrow. That's a highlight of my life, and each and every one of my kids is a highlight of my life, and each of my grandkids are a highlight. But it still ranks up there in the top 10 highlights of my life. When I was about 7 years old, I met Mike Ditka. Super Bowl year. The year the Bears went to the Super Bowl and won it in '85. I met Mike Ditka in Galena, Illinois. He came in my stepdad's sister's restaurant for coffee. And this was in between the time that they had off from their last playoff game until the Super Bowl. In that little bit of time frame is when I met him. I got his signature on a menu, the restaurant menu. One of the best days of my life. Little kid met the man, met the coach, the Bears. Oh, really, man? That would be awesome. I wish I could have met him. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that about the anniversary. Where I'm from Iowa myself, brother. I'm from the corn state of Iowa. Man, are they ever going to have anything different? All right. I think I found the problem. It stuck me in a... I hate that app. No, now it's coming back in it. I know you can't hear it, but that damn... There we go.
Yes, Mother Nature had other plans for the end of the game tonight. It is a 21-17 final, I guess. And the Bears...
Woo! Ha ha! There you go, H-Town, baby!
A 4-point win from the
They called the game. Chicago wins 21-17, baby.
The decision was made by the NFL in New York in consultation with local public safety officials. And we'll give you a little recap as to what we've seen here tonight. The first half was really sharply played. And we'll give you the touchdowns that we saw here. And both backup quarterbacks were really strong. Davis Mills, 9-yarder to Teagan Quitoriano for the first touchdown of the night. Brett Rippon looked outstanding as he's able to find Colin Johnson, his first of 2. Case Keenum looking left to Cam Akers. Welcome back after.
I'll tell you, the Texans, they look good. All the backup players that played, they look good.
And Rippon again to Colin Johnson for the go-ahead score. And Brett Rippon, who's trying to impress the Bears and any other front office around the National Football League, playing here tonight on August 1st.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That's your final score. 21-17, the Chicago Bears winning against the Houston Texans for preseason game number 1.
Game of the year as part of NFL Kickoff, presented by YouTube TV at 8 Eastern across our networks.
I won the bet. My Bears beat them.
Monday Night Countdown at 6 o'clock.
Well, yeah.
So that's going to be it for the Pro Football Hall of Fame game. We are finished for the night due to
it was a friendly bet.
In the area.
It was only a friendly $5 bet. It was cool. It was fun.
September 9th.
Okay, guys and gals, my game is already scheduled up for tomorrow night. I'll be streaming the Bears Marlins game 2. And then I'm not sure about Saturday. I need to look and see when the next. Matter of fact, I could actually do that now. Let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and bring up the NFL.com. Now we'll look on ESPN. Well, obviously, it must be next week that they start. 8-10, 8-9, 8-9, and this one says Thursday. Today's Thursday, so it must be next week. All right, so we're good. Yeah, then if Mav's not going to pick up Saturday night, I'll most likely go ahead and schedule that one up as well. But Sunday morning, Mav is talking about doing the Braves stream on Saturday or Sunday morning, and sometime in the evening part, and we'll get, as soon as I can talk to him tomorrow, I'll finalize what time we're going to do the giveaway. Giveaway will be Sunday evening at some point after the game. So I don't want to uphold everybody. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody that did stop in and hang out. Thank you so much. So with that said, hey guys, KGB, C Sports Network, Plan HBS channel. You know what the deal is? I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.